Hey guys, welcome back once again to DR Sports for another edition of the Saturday Football Show. Fresh after that enthralling game at the Etihad, Manchester City won, Liverpool won. It finished. We'll discuss that in a lot of detail, but let's introduce the guests. It's good to be back. International break last week. Great to be back on the Saturday Football Show. On entry, I can see loads of you already watching and waiting for us to start. We had to turn over the set. New guests, as you can see. But make sure you smash that like button. It's a great show. We've got some unreal 3 o'clock kickoffs today. Potentially even the best Saturday Football Show we've ever had in terms of these big 3 o'clock
genuinely
kickoffs
great games
that I mentioned. So myself, AGT, my co-host today, we've got Nick Francis buzzing with that result. It does draw into Arsenal's favour, that one. And joining on his left, the West Ham fan. He's back in the building as a Saturday football favourite by now. It's Jamie.
What's happening, Jamie, lads?
Thanks for having me, boys. It's my hat-trick, third appearance. Happy to be in the building.
Love to see it. Well, listen, will you beat Burnley today? That's the big question we'll be asking. Fresh from the adrenaline-filled final 10 minutes of that game at the Etihad, Doyle is also on the Saturday Football Show today.
That's all right, that's fine. Round of applause to me.
Wow. Where do you start?
I'll tell you, I know where to start, I can tell you.
We can get into that. But let me just remind you of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Burnley, West Ham, Luton, Crystal Palace, Newcastle versus Chelsea. Finally, Newcastle aren't on TV. Nottingham Forest versus Brighton, Sheffield United versus Bournemouth, and of course we'll be previewing the Brentford game at home to Arsenal today. Don't forget, massive games in the Premier League tomorrow as well. You've got Tottenham, Villa, Everton, Manchester United, but we're focusing on the 3 o'clocks. Have we got time to get into the lineups? That's the main question, as we are only 6 minutes away from kickoff. I'll tell you what, we'll do the lineup for the Newcastle versus Chelsea game. They start with Nick Pope in goal, Trippier, Lascelles, Shaw and Livramento at the back. Miley starts, the 17-year-old midfielder.
Again?
So many injuries that Newcastle are dealing with. Bruno Guimaraes, Joel Linton in the midfield, and then up front, the return of Alexander Isak alongside Anthony Gordon and Miggy Almiron as well. For Chelsea, Sanchez in goal, Reece James, a rare start. Thiago Silva and Badashile at the back with Cucurella at left back. Ugo Chukwu and Enzo holding the midfield today with Cole Palmer, Conor Gallagher, Raheem Sterling and Action Jackson up front for Chelsea.
Cole Palmer in the hole. I don't know about that.
Cole in the hole. Yeah. There you go. Love to see it. Let's just touch on the game then. 5 minutes to go until the 3 o'clock kickoffs. But of course, we are reacting to that massive point gained, I would say, for Liverpool. Potentially a point or 2 points dropped for City. A lot of controversy, a lot of chances that have flashed past the post, a lot of flash moments in the game. But Doyle, we're happy with that as Liverpool fans. You know, as the time was ticking on, we kind of thought it would be one of those days where a mistake by us, a massive mistake by us, gifts them the game.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to be. Trent Alexander-Arnold in his new custom Adidas Predators, the re-releases. Probably older than him, those boots. What a way for Adidas to announce that. But talk to me about your overriding emotions at the end of the game.
I am ecstatic with a draw. Isn't that mad? I never thought I'd say that. But it's not about the results. It's more about the competitiveness and the performance that we just gave at the Etihad, right? We are competing again with the best. Man City are the best team in the world. We can all agree on that, right? Probably are, aren't they? And Liverpool give them a run for their money. Without a shadow of a doubt, Doku for me was incredible again. Give Trent a hard time. He did, but Trent still managed to find a way to have an impact on the game, not just through his defending, as he always does. And he stepped up, lad. Honestly, I said it on me thing before. A Scouser in a pair of Preds is football heritage, lad. And I cannot tell you how happy I am to see that Scouser score a goal with them Preds, lad. It's beautiful, and I'm elated, honestly. I am over the moon with it. Well. I feel like the entire country is happy with that result, except for Man City. They're the only people that aren't happy with that result.
That's probably true, yeah.
Genuinely. And also, I know it was only 1-1, but it was a brilliant game to watch. As a neutral, I'm sure you were all happy to watch that game.
Yeah.
I am going into my Saturday after this show to the pub to find a few Guinnesses, and I'm going to enjoy that draw, mate. I definitely am.
Other alcoholic drinks. I should say that. Boys, the neutrals in the room. What do you think this result means for the title race? We'll start with Jamie.
I think it's wide open. I really do. I think we've got a 3-horse race this year. I still think it's City's to lose, but we've now seen them fail to win against Arsenal and Liverpool.
And Chelsea.
And Chelsea,
yeah.
Chelsea aren't in it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the three big players in the league, you've got Liverpool, Arsenal, City. They failed against those two teams now, so they've made a step up. It'll be interesting to see where we are. Just talking about Doku in that game. 11 successful dribbles, highest in the Premier League so far this season. The guy's a joke. He's like changing the game, but it'll be interesting to see where City can, take this team to the end of the season if you have got Arsenal and Liverpool on your tail. You know what I mean?
Beautiful. It's beautiful. What a
I
title
agree.
race this is.
Couldn't agree more. Summed up perfectly by Jamie there. But no, obviously, we are terrible with the mental side of the game, with the pressure and with people going, right, now it's yours. You guys should now go top. And that's where we kind of stumble. But obviously, it's blown it completely wide open. I think seeing, us get results against City, you guys get results against City, and even Chelsea as well. I know they're, not that as good and as competitive as we are, but they are still a Big Six club. It's got to give other teams as well in that mid-range pack a bit of hope, actually, because people are not going to go there and necessarily go low block and try and grind games out. People are going to have a bit of belief that they can go and really play against them. So it has blown it completely wide open. And obviously, Tottenham is there or thereabouts as well. They want to be in the conversation, so we'll put them in the conversation as well. But anything can happen. So that's exactly what we want to see, and that's why we're here.
I think the last thing that I'd like to add on it, City phenomenally generally always start seasons quite slowly. We know this, right? And they do lose to a Wolves or a Crystal Palace, whatever else. But the telltale sign that they're not performing at their best is what Jamie just said. Usually when it comes to the big games, they step up and they get results. They do it every time. This time, it's not happening. And that's a delight. I'm enjoying that. It's nice to see.
100%. Well, listen, guys, we are 15 seconds away from the 3 o'clock kickoffs kicking off. This is what the Saturday Football Show is all about. If you're a regular, welcome back. If you're new, let us know where you're watching from. And, of course, smash that like button upon entry and enjoy the show. We don't just give you the scores and updates from all the 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two, National League. Yeah, we do it.
Damn right.
On
Yeah, we do.
We do it all on the Saturday Football Show. Great to be back. Remember, as always on every Saturday Football Show, we ask you at home and the guys in the studio to give me a man who's going to score the first goal and a minute.
We need to do that quickly, lads.
We've got a lot of Premier League games kicking off today. 5 games to choose from. Give me a shirt, name, a number, and a minute that they're going to score in as well. And if you get it spot on, I'll personally send you 20 quid. How about that? These lads, no.
I was going to say, what if I get a
lads? I'll get you a pint. But let us know. We've got Eduard, minute 12 from FT Clips already in the chat. That's a Palace goal, according to FT Clips in the first 15 minutes. Eze, 14 minutes, says Alan X. If any of these are right, like someone was, I think it was actually FT Clips, said Morpay 9 minutes a few weeks ago. Do you remember? Yeah. And he scored after 7 minutes, so close but not close enough. Yeah. But as you can see, guys, it's kicked off. We will have all the updates for you as they go in live. A couple super chats to jump into just before we dive into these 3 o'clock kickoffs. Lewis says the only thing I'm smashing is Doyle. With the super chat. So
what way do you mean, buddy? Yeah. Okay.
Either way, let's keep it PG. Jake Pacheco says, "Ale, ale, ale, up the Reds." Good point. A bit more football, and we could have pulled it off. Yeah. Still solid though. You never walk alone. Nadir says this game showed how we miss KDB in those moments.
Yep. Yeah. Agreed.
We've also got Ings, 14 minutes.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Have we got our ones?
Man. No Joe Boney.
You settle on your ones, yeah? Have you settled who you think's going to
be? Yeah, I'm good.
I'll go Isaac, 11 minutes.
I was going to say Isaac, 7 minutes.
Dingra.
Ooh.
Yeah, like 14 minutes.
Thomas Soucek, 22 minutes.
Wow. All right. Fair play. West Ham up against Burnley today. The lineup: Trafford in goal for Burnley. De Silva, O'Shea, Bayer, Taylor at the back. Goodmanson, Burge, Brownhill, Koleosho with Dooney and Jay Rodriguez still playing football in 2023.
Brilliant.
Koleosho is a good shout as well.
Yep. West Ham, Areola in goal. Kufau, who was withdrawn from international duty due to unacceptable behaviour.
Went to a nightclub.
Is that what he did?
Yeah. He doesn't give a shit. He was probably on the cigarettes, on the vodka. He was all over it.
And he'll come and deliver a performance today as well, lad.
Still getting assists. Zuma and Aguirre with Emerson at the back. It's Alvarez with Ward-Prowse, and there has been an early goal, and it's gone to Nottingham Forest at the City Ground.
You had the right game.
Did anyone get that?
I was going to say
not
comments? Forest Chris Wood, yeah, but it didn't because I wanted to say Iwoni. Wait, if this is Chris Wood now, I'm never second guessing myself again. Who was it?
We're still waiting on confirmation to see who scored that goal for
If anyone's gonna
Forest.
score, I
If
thought
this
it
is
would've-
Chris
I thought
Wood,
it would've
I'm
been
going home.
Elanga, that's who I
Someone
would've
did
gone
say
for.
Wood after 12 minutes. Mark Gormley.
No way.
So we'll see. But it's Anthony Elanga.
Elanga.
Oh, it's a lot.
3 minutes in, everyone wrong. Every single person wrong.
So if it's
So
going to go for anyone
there you go.
from Nottingham, I would have said Elanga. But there you
it
go.
happens, mate.
Do you know
It
what though?
happens.
Nottingham Forest,
Great
mate,
start.
at their ground, they're brilliant. They really are. It's a proper fortress. I think they've got one of the best records out of the top 6.
Yeah.
I think they're like 4th in the Premier League for home record. They've really got phenomenal support there, like.
It's a class ground.
And Brighton
Really
don't
nice
seem to be
ground.
kicking on, do they?
No,
Not like last season, like.
They're still a little bit unpredictable, Brighton. They can do it on the odd day, and again, I think there's a lot of that psychological thing when you go and have a good season, and people expect you to play a certain way, so they're going to set up against you, take you quite seriously, but also the pressure and expectation that's on you now to go and do that performance. So,
And 2, they've had all of the best players bought off them.
yeah, that's
Mache, Caicedo, whoever else.
So
has
they're
been
too
taken away.
well run. That's not even an excuse for them because they've been
Yeah.
doing that every year, and they're still always there, aren't they? So
Yeah.
There you go. Anthony Elanga with the first goal. Let me just finish off those West Ham lineups for you. Ward-Prowse and Alvarez with Kudus, Souček, Lucas Paquetá, and a rare start up front for Daniel Ings.
Danny Ings, lads.
Yeah.
No Jarrod Bowen.
No Jared Bowen. The bench, if I'm honest, apart from maybe Ben Rama and Cornet, who again barely plays for West Ham these days. Fornals used to play and start all the time.
He's my guy, my favourite West Ham player.
Really, yeah. It's technical footballer,
Pablo.
isn't he? Very technical.
Yeah, good one.
underrated player.
Very. Right, early doors at St James's Park. This has been a poor place for Chelsea to come to over recent years. Newcastle, as we know, always get it up and make sure that noise is absolutely
Definitely
unbelievable. Big pause there,
They're big
probably.
pause,
Get it up,
yeah.
yeah. Well, Matty Renton
Pause.
probably will be if they beat Chelsea today. But not a happy hunting ground. Pochettino in the stands today after being suspended due to his behaviour after, what was it, the Tottenham game? Is he, I'm trying to think.
Would
Why
have
is he
been,
up
yeah.
there in the stands? I'm not too sure.
I thought it was Ange that got told off. I didn't know Poch did.
Yeah, it's Poch. As I said, 1-0 to Forest so far. They've put out not their strongest team. Chris Wood up front, with all due respect. But on the bench, it's pretty stacked. You've got Kouyaté, Nico Williams, Hudson-Odoi, Origi, and the rest. And then Brighton, not a great start for them whatsoever. Verbruggen in goal, Veltman, Van Heck, Dunk, Lamptey at left back today. Pascal Gross and Billy Gilmore in the middle with Adingra, Adam Lallana getting a start
Adam
today.
Lallana,
Ansu
Another
Fati
one playing football
and
still.
Evan Ferguson up front there for Brighton. But it's been the worst start possible
I
for
don't
them.
think
They're
they've won
down.
in the league in 2 months, I believe.
It's
Brighton.
true.
Yeah, it's
it's
been a few months since they've won.
Luton Palace, 4 minutes gone at Kenilworth Road, still 0-0 between these two teams. And Sheffield United 0, Bournemouth 0 at Bramall Lane as well. So there you go. Let's jump into the comments. AGT, how does it feel to be bailed out by VAR once again, says Admiral Zach Barr. I'll let Doyle answer that one.
Jamie agrees.
We didn't get bailed out with it. Yeah, it was a soft foul, I understand. But when you put your hand on a goalkeeper's arm, which he uses to catch the ball, that's a foul, mate. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. And if we're talking about VAR, we've had 5 red cards. We've had the disallowed goal, which was perfectly legal. VAR does not come to Liverpool's aid. It usually does not help us at all. So there you go. There's your answer.
Jamie, do you feel the same way?
I do think it's soft.
So do I. It is soft.
And I
Don't
can't
do
see.
it then.
I can't see how that gets ruled out in the same season where a matter of weeks ago you get the Joe Linton goal.
Goalkeepers.
So, yeah,
It's a goalkeeper. Goalkeepers are protected
union. I
more
don't
than
see
anybody
how
else.
We're watching the same sport if one's a goal and one isn't.
So
But
you
listen,
think? You
man.
think if the Liverpool one was disallowed, the Newcastle one's probably
I just don't know what sport I'm
in your opinion, not my opinion, but in your opinion.
Okay, my issue is where's the consistency? That's
I know,
what I'm saying.
but we know there's no consistency. So why get
Yeah, go on.
angered about
Jamie,
it? We know
was that a
there
foul?
is.
Was that a
We know
foul?
there isn't, bro.
I mean, you can't impede the goalkeeper with his arm. So
As he's about to catch the ball.
letter of the law, yeah. But I mean, what's a referee going to say on Monday? You know what I mean?
That he grabbed his arm and he tried to catch it with his arm, and therefore he couldn't.
I don't think that decision was as heinous and mind-boggling. There's some that we've seen, like this one, we all looked at it and gone, okay, it's soft, but we can all understand why it was given as a
And
foul.
also, 10 years ago, there's no doubt about it.
There are some that we've
You just give
seen
it as a
this
foul.
season where we're still scratching our heads going, "What? Why was that a foul? I don't understand." Like, I can't see that one. We can see it. We just think it's a bit soft.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think the referee actually had a good game today. There was a lot of times I was calling him out, but then I'd found out that he made the right decision. So I think he had a good game, especially with the pressure that it was.
There has been a goal early on in the
Posh.
Championship. Stoke are 1-0 up at home to Blackburn. And a goal for the Posh, as you said, Peterborough 1, Burton 0, Joe Randall with the finish there. And in League 1, Lincoln have taken the league against the FA Cup what's the word I'm looking for? Expulsion specialist in Barnsley. Played 2-0 in the first 6.5 minutes at Wrexham.
It's been 2 goals in 2 minutes.
2 up
Against
at home
Morecambe.
to Morecambe, Tyson Fury's team.
Is that Tyson
Actually
Fury's
met a lad
team?
this week who sports Morecambe in Liverpool. He's that gym. Yeah.
Where is Morecambe?
It's like further on from Preston.
Oh, so it's
up
by
one
Manchester
side.
and Liverpool.
No, it's more like north-west on the coast. If you go up to past Preston.
Lancashire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. The Black Grealish super chat says, Doyle is a legend. AGT, you killed Best of Enemies. Big up to you, man. We have
Thank you
got a
very
clip
much.
from Best of Enemies to play later on in the show.
He was brilliant. He was.
My Australian accent is being almost abused at this point. I dropped it in as a little joke, but now Jason's like, can you do that again? 'Cause big up, Jason. He's in the studio. Right, as I said, first 9 minutes gone of the Saturday football show and 1 goal to show for it in the Premier League. But in the lower leagues, the goals are flying in. I'm still kind of coming down after that kind of Trent goal.
Me too.
It was a great goal today. But as we know, another title challenging team are in action today. Arsenal go away to Brentford. 200 games up now for Mikel Arteta at Arsenal.
Well done,
Successful so far?
I think so, on the basis that we knew that he was going to come in and try to take the club through a transition, and we are back in the Champions. After 200 games, we're back in the Champions League. We are, like Doyle said about you guys, competing at the top level again. We have to see that now on a consistent basis, but you'd have to say more successful, and it's similar to other managers that we might have seen at United, for example, and maybe the Emery thing as well, where he's always going to be compared to Wenger. But I think he has. I think Wenger had more points, but he has more wins or something like that. So he's there, or that he's a competitive for his first 200 games against Wenger's 200 games. And there's, like I said, it wasn't a smooth running club when he's come in. He's managed us through quite a turbulent process. So I would say so. Yeah.
You can't compare the two either. I don't think Wenger's a special
But
manager.
that's the point. When you come
special.
into a club with that type of history, similar to Liverpool and similar to the real big clubs, there's so much that you're competing against. Even if you go in as a striker, they're always going to go, well, oh, you're Luis Suarez. Well, let's put that out of our heads. Let's move on.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say successful. Not as successful as it could have been, but we're there now. He's got us there, so he's earned his right to see if he can compete with us there before we explore other options or anything like that. But I have to say, first 200 games has been successful overall.
I think what he's done very, very well, and I hate to say this, is he's brought the
Why do you hate to say it?
I'm not an Arsenal fan, my guy.
I know,
Just in case you didn't know.
He's done a very, very good job of implementing a style of play and getting the fans on board.
Yeah.
He's made big decisions in big moments. We all go back to the Aubameyang, like exile, getting him out the team. At the time, he was the guy winning FA Cups for you, and he sent him off to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And where's his career gone?
Yeah.
I think he's done very well at getting everyone moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
He's signed the right players, and now you look like one of the best teams in the world. You've got some of the best young players in the world. It pains me to say it. You go and take our captain. You sign the players. You've gone and signed a player that a lot of, like, every other team in the Premier League would have taken. Do you know what I mean? So I think you've transitioned into that side now, and you are kind of fighting at the top. And we're talking about you being in the title race because of the form last year.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm still not
Everything
convinced on him.
except for the trophies.
Because of the sideline antics, and I feel like because of his demeanour at times,
He's not at that top level yet.
I'm not convinced if he's right at the top level.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's achieved enough to be that guy that's brash on the sideline.
Yeah.
But
Another goal in the Premier League this time. Who has scored it? Which team? Which minute? Doyle.
Wow. Bournemouth have scored against Sheffield United, surprisingly. Who would have thought, eh? We're just waiting for the goal scorer to pop up. And is it... No, it's not coming
I
up
reckon it'll be Solanke.
Who do we reckon, lads?
I reckon Solanke. Marcus Tavernier.
Tavernier.
Brother of
Tavernier.
James.
Tavernier. What did you just say?
Tavernier. Not that funny.
Tavernier, yeah. I'll say it properly for you. Tavernier
Tav.
scored, yeah.
The Tav.
The
There you
Tav.
go. Another goal in the National League. Boreham Wood 1-0 down at home to Woking. And it's still 12 minutes gone at Turf Moor. The battle of the Clarets. The Maxwell Cornet derby. Why hasn't it happened for him at West Ham? Because we saw glimpses of how good he was, especially in Ligue 1, but also at Burnley.
Yeah, he was really, really unlucky last year. He got a rare calf injury. So he went and saw this calf.
Goal in the Premier League. I'm sorry, Jamie.
That's
We will
fine,
come
mate.
back to you and talk about
This
Maxwell
is Isaac
Cornet.
on the 12th minute.
Oh my God.
If this is Isaac on the 12th minute, lads, Gilly got it right.
Oh my God.
It is! Oh my God! Gilly got it right, lads. Good on you.
Man.
Good, lad.
I mean, I wasn't the first.
No,
goal
but
scorer
still,
at
you
this
got
class,
it.
but
That
I
was
said Isaac 12 minutes. And
you
if
put
it's
a
the
bet on that?
13th minute goal, that means it was scored in the 12th minute.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You would win
Sometimes.
if you put a bet on.
12 minute 48. That's the 12th minute, right?
Yes.
Thank you. So I'll take that.
He's
Thank
another
you,
one
mate.
of those
Well done,
players.
lad. Thank
He's
you.
another one of those players. He's class. He's another one of those if he can stay fit players.
Yeah.
If he can stay fit for a full season,
Wonderful.
he
Mate,
could be a
he
serious,
can get 20 plus.
serious problem.
Who was
he's
it that
so
he-
good.
chances.
He
they
was it
create.
that he done that wonderful assist against, was it Chelsea last
Everton.
season? Everton.
Away.
Do you remember it, lads? When
He
he
started
ran
off
past
in his own half on the touchline.
ran past like
and,
6 players and then
Very
just put it on a
Henry-esque.
plate for somebody,
He's the one
lad.
that we all wanted. I think with the Henry comparisons made us really, really want him. And he obviously played with at Sociedad with Martin Odegaard as well. So he was the one we really, really wanted. Obviously, Jesus is good, but he offers something just a little bit different. He offers a lot of the stuff that Jesus does, but with the goals
A little
and the
bit
end
more
product
as well.
as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Solid signing for
Big,
Newcastle.
big start that for Newcastle. JC Florida with the super chat says, I wish you could listen to what the PL referees say when giving fouls, cards and pens, just like you can hear the penalty from the referees in the NFL. The Black Greeder says, AGT, please help me with my bets. We'll talk you through the goal now. So it was a cross from Kieran Trippier. It was hung up. Anthony Gordon does well to regain the ball inside the box. Still no other goals in the Premier League. And it's knocked down to Miley, who knocks it into
lovely.
Isaac. And it's
Miley, that's
assist.
class from him.
17-year-old got an assist. We love to see it.
Class from him against the £1 billion Chelsea team. as
Also-
well.
big up Miley, man.
That's
Also,
class.
good on Isaac there. Did you see what he did when he celebrated?
Yeah.
He grabbed the boy
Straight
and went,
away.
you come with me, lad.
You're
You created
17,
that.
This is your moment.
Yeah, good
It's
lad.
a great finish from Alexander
Good
Isak.
boy.
And he breaks the deadlock at St James's Park. This could now be a long afternoon for Chelsea. I'm not going to lie to you. Newcastle rarely lose at home, apart from to Liverpool. But brilliant, excellent assist that from Miley, number 67, 17 years old. Threads it through to Isaac, stays onside, and it's the composure for me. It's the way he slots it into the back
Good
far
touch as well, mate.
corner. Let's
Body
just have a
shape's
look.
not
just
right to
double
get
check.
that ball, lad. He should not
Oh,
be.
he's well onside. Cucurella playing him on. Great pass through. And it's a
Lovely.
right foot finish right
Lovely.
to the top left corner. And there's your goal for Newcastle. Let us know if you've enjoyed that one in the chat. Still 1-0 to Forest. Let's go back to Maxwell Cornet, shall we? Or have we moved on from that? I'm not sure.
We can do, but basically you got a rare injury. Went and saw a specialist. The specialist that is like one of the top guys in the world. He'd seen that injury like twice in his career.
Wow.
So he was out for a period of time with like a super rare calf injury.
What was it specifically?
I
Do
have
you know?
no idea, but I don't know. It's a calf injury. Don't ask me
I'm
specifics.
trying to
but
think, what could you do to it that would keep you out for that long if it's a calf?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Damage it?
Well, obviously. But if it was a knee, maybe you'd be a bit more understanding.
I get you.
Yeah, how complex is a calf, right? Your knee is very complex. There's so many different intricate little muscles and ligaments that are involved with your knee, but your calf is just a big slab of muscle, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
What did you do, Coney? What did you do, bud?
Yeah, what have you been up to? Get on this, boys. There's a story I heard earlier on in the week. I thought I'd bring it to the show and ask what the guys at home think as well. Pilots and air traffic controllers, stay with me, have spoken to England's top referees. I'll call them top referees because they're just barely even referees. As part of Howard Webb's drive to improve standards around VAR. In a development first reported in the Times, 2 pilots spoke at a PGMOL training camp last month to offer their insight into the best method of communication in stressful situations where multiple voices are having an input.
I can see where
What
he
a
was
great
going.
idea.
I can see where he was
I
going.
think that's a good idea. He's what he's doing is thinking of people in the most high pressure situations you can possibly think of, and that's to do with human life, right?
Yeah.
And so he's going, I like that he's trying to do something. I'd rather him do this than nothing, right? And so he's trying to get some decision makers and say, how do you make these important pressure decisions in them moments? And that's what he's trying to do.
Tell you why he's done it.
And long distance communication as well.
And multiple voices.
Some of these people can't communicate from bloody Stockley Park to Manchester.
Yeah.
You know, some of these people with the pilots are communicating from, you know, thousands of miles away. But it does seem a bit.
I think they want to
PRE
remove
exercise.
the kind of words like mate or stuff like that
makes
within
sense.
their kind of lexicon in between the
Even like the police
VAR
force, right? Whether you have to say over or whether you have to say out or things like that in
Roger
the
that.
military and all that kind of stuff, people know that you're finished. So there is no cross communication. There's no one talking over anyone else or anything like that. You know, this kind of thing does sound good, but you know, I don't want to be a
I've just
pessimist.
realised
But
why he's done it.
go on.
So basically, the pilots, the air traffic controllers, they can all get discounts on flights, right? So as we know, the PGMOL love to send the refs out to
Saudi.
I knew it.
Hey, put it all together. Stay woke.
That's what we're doing. We're connecting dots. We're connecting dots.
But
2 plus 2 is 5.
Poor, for me, it's just poor that something like this, all the money that's in the game, it's the sport that generates the most revenue in the world, and still stuff like this doesn't get thought about. They've gone with an idea, there's a couple of walkie-talkies, lads, and have a chat and figure it out. There should be due process made in all of these things, and it makes you wonder, these big organisations, what do these people do for a living?
I will be a devil's advocate, and I will say that you can plan as much as you want, but until things go live, you never understand the variables that will come into place. And that's just football in its nature. It's chaotic. You never know what's going to happen. And so I understand that they're not going to get it right immediately, but what I do like is they're trying to change things. It's just stupid decisions, right? Like the offside for Liverpool that I don't accept, because that's just stupidity. That's not like incompetence, or that. Well, it's severe incompetence, but it's. There's no.
Well, I've got some comments here from the chat. They say, I actually do think it's a good idea, says RS.
Do I?
He also says, the problem is not the equipment, though. It's the people running it who want to back up their friends and not embarrassment. That's
true.
why when you're hearing mate,
That's true, yeah.
I know we all call each other mate, even if we're not sometimes, but in a professional environment like that, great job, mate. Great process, lads.
No, yeah.
Nothing I can do, mate. Nothing I can do, mate. It's already happened.
Just give him like an afternoon with Bruce Buffer or something. Give him a microphone and send him on the pitch. Do you know what I mean?
Ladies, here we go. Bit of a science lesson for you. Nico says, bit of biology. I think that's the right science. The calf is actually 2 muscles, Doyle. Deep is the soleus and superficial is the gastrocnemius. They both connect and form.
Gastrocnemius.
There you go. You've got it.
Yeah.
Did you
The
sports science degree, did you, lads?
they both connect and form the Achilles tendon.
Okay, thank you very
So
much.
there you go.
Learned something there.
Knowledge.
Thank
learn
you.
something new every single day.
Thank you very much.
That is why we're here. Shout out to Jean-Pierre Shields. He says, Nick, my guy.
Oh, JP, what's good, bro?
Yeah, man, come on. Well, also, if you're going to be saying my guy, make sure you press that like button.
My guy.
That's the minimum
My
you
guy.
can do, fella. Early goal for, 2 goals, an equaliser there. Wealdstone Rangers are playing Barnet right now, and it's currently 1-1, 15.
Wealdstone Rangers.
Gone.
Got no
If you want
fans.
some,
Got
no fans.
you got no friends. But there you go. There are all your goals up to date in all the leagues in the Premier League. I wanted to get your thoughts on Ivan Toney's back in training now. That kind of initial football ban. There was a clause to say he could come back and train maybe 2 months before he's allowed to play again. We know that Brentford are determined to keep hold of the returning striker Toney. We know that Arsenal and Chelsea, maybe even Liverpool, are sniffing around to improve their goal scoring options. Been in the gym too, by the way. I've seen it. He looks ripped, ready. He's been playing in reserve games. He scored in one recently. Brooklyn Beckham with the assist, by the way, for the B team. Talk to me about him, because Arsenal go there today. Obviously, he's not going to be playing, but are they? Which way do you look at it? Because if I was Brentford, I'd say, yeah, you leave, but you're giving us a January till May before you go. Or does someone come in with a big offer? We know the transfer window is around the corner. Where does Toney stay, or where does he go? Time's ticking on him now.
It depends who you're selling him to. I think if you're selling him to Arsenal, you can go in January because that will drive the bigger fee.
Yeah.
Because you're going to say you're in a title race. Who knows? It's no good going to Arsenal in the summer where the entire plans have changed. Different people have fallen out of contracts, different things like that. If he's going to go Chelsea, then maybe you wait to the summer because that's when they're going to do part of the next phase
1 billion
of the rebuild. So it depends on who you want to sell him to. Because... how have they been performing since he's been? Has it been demonstrably?
Yeah, they have suffered without him, definitely. And if it was me, if it's me and I'm Brentford, I am desperately trying to keep hold of a very good goal scorer because the money is not as valuable as a top striker because they are hard to come by. Unless your scouting system is the top scouting system like Brighton, you're stuffed, mate. So if it was me, I'd be like, you're staying here, lad. For as long as we can keep you, you're staying, son. We've backed you through your betting stuff that's happened and like we've supported you. You're with us, okay?
Yeah.
That's
from a Brentford,
genuinely, lad. That's
true.
What I would say.
That's true, unless he's going to fetch a major fee. But I mean, like they're 11th at the moment. What's their ambition? You know, if you've got Brentford fans that are watching, is their ambition for European football? They're way away from the relegation zone. So if big money does come in for him, you know, it's not like they're in 16th and they go, "Tell you what, mate, we need your goals quickly."
But what's that magic number to make him leave?
100 mil.
They said 100 million. They said 100 million.
I'm Brentford. I'm saying
he got 20 goals in the league last year.
It's not just that. It's also
he's a brilliant striker.
The clubs, 100 mil. The clubs that are also after him are Arsenal, who we know have money but very tight owners, but they know the money's in the kitty, and Chelsea, who have all the money. So they're not even clubs that you're going to feel any type of empathy for. They are some of the clubs. That if you're,
speaking of Chelsea, they've equalised at St James's Park, and it's Raheem Sterling with the goal on the 23rd minute. What a game we've got in store now.
The man who should really be in the England setup.
Park, he should be, but he isn't at the minute. That's a yellow card there for Kieran Trippier, I believe, by fouling Sterling on the edge of the box. But listen, he gets himself back up and scores. 23 minutes gone in that one. It's now 1-1, and this one looks like it could be a classic already. He was going through on goal. It's light.
Tell you what, I'll give Chelsea the credit. They are producing some exciting football games in the last few of them. I'll give them that, love.
100%. Let's go to the Championship. Norwich 1, QPR 0. QPR having an absolute torrid time of it this season. Just sacked Ainsworth, and they are behind again. This time it's Hwang Ui-jo with the goal for Norwich, and it looks like the pain and misery will continue. But it was, I can confirm, a Raheem Sterling free kick, a direct free kick that he has scored from, again on the 23rd minute for Chelsea. Plymouth 1, Sunderland 0. Morgan Whittaker with the goal. Joe Bellingham playing today for Sunderland. Away at Plymouth, they'll be looking to turn that one around.
I can't believe that Scaling scored a free kick. I'm looking like Reece James is a phenomenal free kick. He's a brilliant player. Why is Sterling taking that free kick? And he scored it. Fair play. I just can't what? I've never seen Sterling take one. Have you ever seen Sterling take a free kick?
I think I have.
I don't think I have.
I think I have. But yeah,
Good
you're
on
right.
you.
The fact that it wasn't very memorable says it all. I mean,
You know, Reece James standing over it.
Lay it off, or is it just direct?
That's madness to me, but good on you, lads. If you scored it, well done.
Let's explain it. Reece James walks away, and it's Sterling that steps up. Oh,
That's
it's
a
great
free kick. That's minimal backlift.
What a goal.
You'd
from
expect
Raheem.
that from a Ward-Prowse or something.
David Beckham or something, like, you know what I mean?
That's like what Lewis Dunk thinks he can do. You know, when he steps up.
Keeper didn't even move then, lads.
To be fair, it was close as well, and he's kept it over the wall, but down under the post as well. Really good goal from Raheam Sterling. And Pochettino barely moves a muscle in the
fellow
stands.
Jamaican man, Cole Palmer.
Yeah, real bad man. Second goal for Swansea at home to Hull. Jerry Yates after 23 minutes, 2-0 up for the Swans.
That's actually looking at that again.
And there's been another goal.
Hope is poor there for that. It's quite reasonably central.
Keeper has to move.
There's been another goal in the Premier League, boys. I was talking about Lewis Dunk then. It's his team that have equalised at the City Ground. 25 minutes gone in that one. And it's Evan Ferguson with the goal. 26 minutes gone at the City Ground. It's an extra 0 added on.
Also, something to look at here. João Pedro's come on for Ansu Fati after 21 minutes. I don't know if that's injury related or
must be.
Has to be that, lad.
Down on the south coast over the weekend. So.
He's been playing well, Fatty, lad. So that has to be.
No, must be serious to go off that early. A mannequin could have saved that free kick, says the Black Grealish.
Yeah, looking at it,
it was pretty central.
It was fairly central. If Pope dives and gambles, he can.
Well, I think Pope almost says, "Well, the wall will cover that. They're 6'+ lads. That's what keepers do. They set the wall up here, so they don't need to stand."
I think
that's terrible thought process.
I think it's a lapse of focus. You know, like when the keeper's bouncing on the wall on the line, and he's waiting for the ball, and he just doesn't time his bounces right and that type of stuff. I think it was something like that.
Yeah,
he's just not set himself right, lad.
Yeah. Chelsea looking to go again. There is going to be a VAR check though. At the City Ground, including Evan Ferguson's goal, I believe. They're just checking to see if that is a 31 or not. But Newcastle also looking to break down the other end and take a second goal. Thiago Silva, the oldest player to ever play for Chelsea in the Premier League.
He
did not call him.
He tried to clear it and he slipped over the ball and fell over.
No, but you know what? One of the best defenders in the last 20 years.
Ever.
Yeah, it's class.
Unbelievable.
What a man.
What a player. He
Has
really
he won the Champions League? He has, hasn't he? Or he never has? He did with Chelsea? He did with Chelsea, yeah.
With Chelsea.
Yeah.
See it there. Oh,
Oh, there, lad.
tried a bit of that.
Gordon was
Brazilian
like, what are you
magic,
doing, bro?
didn't quite work.
Pack it in.
You're the helmet. You lad. You old tart.
He took being Brazilian a bit too serious.
We're hearing Joel Linton has missed an absolute sitter as well
Absolutely love
at
him.
St James's Park.
You love
Let's
him?
see
I
it.
love Joe Linton, mate.
I mean, it was never
you
as...
type of player.
Let's
was-
see it.
Oh,
Oh, how's he missed? Free header at the back
He's an
post.
Arsenal fan, right?
Yeah, I can't stand him. I mean, even I don't know if you saw the picture of the Brazilian camp. Do you see when it was his birthday?
Yeah.
And they brought out a birthday cake for him, and everyone's singing for him, and Gabriel's just refusing. He's just absolutely.
beef between them two?
No, but I think he's just pissed off about that because even
outrageous.
Gabby Martinelli's singing to him, so I don't think it's like a proper. Oh, mate, that is a 50p head. That's a Sky Havertz.
Free header.
awful.
Not a player around him.
It's awful.
Oh, no, he's got to put that away.
It might be missed this season.
I'll tell you what, he's got
Oh
more.
my
He's got
word.
more chance of
The keeper's
scoring
not
if
even
he
in the
doesn't
goal.
try to score.
I
If
tell
he
you what,
doesn't actually try to
he
score,
just
just lets it
lets
hit.
it,
yeah.
It's a goal.
Darwin Núñez has got nothing on that, lad. I swear down.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Make Darwin
Wow.
Núñez cry.
A goal for Bournemouth at home to Woking. It's now 2-1 to Woking in that one. 25 minutes gone in the National League. And it's still 1-1 at Premier League ground, City ground. Evan Ferguson's goal does stand. It does stand. A bit of a slow start to the season from him, but Brighton do chop and change their strikers a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So he rarely starts, but today he's marked that for sure with a goal in the Premier League. A little silly story, this one. We heard the ex-Prime Minister of this country, Gordon Brown, saying that it would be no secret that he would love to one day manage the mighty Wraith Rovers in Scotland.
Gordon
He
Brown.
said, when you're a kid, you dream of playing for your local team. I've been a shareholder and I started off here as a programme seller. I'd have loved to have been Wraith Rangers manager, but I'm not the expert here. Can we think of any politicians that would be good managers?
That one in Africa that was talking about Harry Maguire.
Great shout.
You know what I mean?
Battered him mentally and then brought him back.
Yeah, he
up.
was like, actually, he's performing well now. Okay.
He said he's a transitional player. I wouldn't go that far, to be honest, at Manchester United, but he would be a decent manager. I'm trying to think of. I don't like any politicians. so it's difficult.
Sol
Sol Campbell stood as a Conservative MP, and he's got
Did
some
he?
management experience. He did, yeah.
Tory.
Did-
Yeah, Tory MP. Very surprising, I know.
Wasn't Shevchenko like
Oh, yeah.
up in Ukraine as well?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A few Eastern European guys have
Yeah,
done that.
yeah.
If I'm honest. So let us know in the comments. I mean, again, it's difficult to name any.
There's no politician ever
politicians
managing
that I
Liverpool,
like.
lads. Never.
No way.
Fortunately, not.
No way. RS says Donald Trump just for the press conferences.
Gary Neville soon when he tries to go for mayor of Manchester.
There you go. Gary Neville could end up that way for him. Goal in the Championship at the Den at Millwall. It's Millwall 0. The away team Coventry have scored.
what we like to see. It's what we
Tough
like to
place to
see.
go to. Jamie buzzing. Half an hour gone at the Den, and the hosts are 1-0 down. No goals for West Ham yet so
No.
far, Jamie. How are they looking?
I'm just looking at the stats of the game. It looks like one of the worst games of the season. We're 30 minutes in. I think teams have had one shot each. West Ham missed a big chance. I mean, we're not that good a football side, I'll be honest with you. And when a team doesn't want to play football against us, we don't really have the players right now to break them down. No Jared Bowen is a huge miss, and Danny Ings just isn't good enough to be leading the line for a Premier League team anymore.
Well, you say that. I, on DR Sports a few weeks ago, actually said that Burnley should bring him back
I agree.
to Burnley.
Mate, take it.
He could probably get you 10 goals between January and May.
In what games?
Well,
I mean,
what's
what's
thinking of the
I love
2015
Danny Ings, I
Danny
do, but
Ings.
it's
To say this, they're playing James Rodriguez still, lads. You know what I mean? Jay Rodriguez is still there. Bring the Danny Ings in. And actually, I felt really bad for him during his Liverpool career. He had a really bright little spell where he was brilliant for us. And during when his time in Burnley, he was boss little player. And it just tailed off for him, didn't he? Didn't quite kick on.
Injuries have killed his
Injuries,
career.
mate.
It really
He's been
have.
So
so
sad
unlucky.
when this happens with
So
players.
so
So
unlucky.
he always has had that ability to go on a 3-4 game run and score, and then you start to. So it's almost like as soon as he starts getting the headlines and gets the expectation up. I know it's injuries as well, but then he doesn't really do
And this is why I don't like the conversation about Virgil van Dijk and Saliba, right? Because what you just talked about is pressure moments, right?
Agree, yeah.
Pressure moments are what make a player, lad. That's what you could say they are the greatest because they get through and they anchor a team through things.
Yeah.
Saliba hasn't done that yet, but he's
also,
still brilliant. He's boss.
There's someone who's not an Arsenal fan that says Saliba is the best centre back in the league, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
But also, like, I just don't understand why some of our fans need that validation. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I think that, I don't know, Saka's a better winger than Foden or something like that, like, I don't care if other people don't agree. That's fine. You can think that your player's better.
And I'm going to have to interrupt you. I think there's been another goal for Chelsea.
Ooh,
I'm hearing.
No way.
What a game. We'll confirm it, of course.
Comeback match.
Or maybe not. We'll see.
I don't think he was right. Fake stat. Fake stat.
Oh yeah, fake stats. That's got to be a new segment.
Maybe I shouldn't believe
In
the
what
chat
minute of
as
the
well.
game? In what minute of the game will AGT give us a fake stat?
Hey, listen, Isaac, 12 minutes, mate. That's all I need to hear. 0-0 between Preston and Cardiff, half an hour in. We're at the 1/3 waypoint of all of these 3 o'clock kickoffs now in the Premier League and obviously all around the country as well. As I said then, I mean, no one even sent a politician in because, there aren't any to do it. There was a couple of chats about the newly promoted teams potentially being the worst teams ever in the Premier League. What do you think about that, Jamie? Is that a fair statement to say? Maybe this season more than any, as a shot from Enzo whistles past the post and it's a good save from Pope. But is there an argument to say, and it might be an unfair one, again, time will tell, what happens during the season, but are the newly promoted teams the worst ever?
Absolutely, mate. Everton have just got a 10 points deduction and they're happy about it. Do you know? Well, they're not happy, but they're not going down.
They're not going down.
You know what I mean?
And that's not a good Everton side. It's
Bro,
not like,
they got deducted 10 points and they were 1 win away from getting out of the relegation zone.
Yeah.
Lad, I'm sorry, guys, but this has been really poor display from the teams that have come up. It has. Except for Luton against Liverpool. Well done against their life. You've done well
Are you
there.
talking about this season or just
This season,
Yeah.
this is the worst that all 3 teams have played ever. I think they have the lowest point tally of any promoted teams.
Oh, it's a good save.
But Vincent Kompany was still in press conferences saying like he's really confident.
I've seen that.
I get it. We've seen it with sides before. We saw it with Norwich trying to play this expansive football, and it just sent them back down. And I like Vincent Kompany. I think he's going to be a good manager. He looks like he's got the DNA to be a manager at the top. But they're playing football and just getting shown up. I think every football fan wants to see Luton do well. But Sheffield United had no chance before the start of the season when you sell your 2 best players.
Yeah, I think for someone like Vincent Kompany as well, sometimes it's like, I did think this a little bit in Arteta's early days, and sometimes when he has his outbursts and stuff, like how much are you managing the club for the good of the club, and how much are you managing the club to get your experience up? Because actually, this is a stepping stone for you as a manager, and you want to go somewhere bigger. And so that could be also, because could he do better by locking them down and making them a low block team and trying to grind out results? Maybe, but is that going to help him long term? Maybe to pick up.
I mean, getting a team relegated won't help him long term.
I agree with you. But
the bottom line in football is results, mate. That's it. It really is. That's the bottom line. If you get results, you stay in a job.
Yeah.
It's a results business.
I think you've got to be able to adapt in situations, and that's what makes a manager top quality. And for me at the moment, I don't know if arrogance is the right word, but Burnley are playing a certain type of way and sticking to that type of way. Yeah. They've lost every game at home this year, and obviously they're drawing with us at the moment. But you need to win your home games if you're a newly promoted team. So I don't know if arrogance is the right word, but you got to.
I think no, it's not delusion either. It's just a lack of experience. That's the word for it. You, when you have top managers, they are able to change their dynamics so much. Jürgen Klopp and Pep do it constantly. That's what makes top it, because every team you're playing, you're going to need a different system to play against them. You can't do the same thing every single time. That's what Ange's suffering from at the moment. He's definitely plays a wonderful style of football, but without a starting 11, he needs to adapt to play a different style so he can get the results.
It's also what it means to have world-class players. There are world-class specialists, like Haaland is never going to play centre-back. You know what I mean? They're world-class specialists. But then when you have world-class players in your squad, like a Bernardo Silva, who can do a number of different things, that just allows you to be so tactically flexible. And the teams in the bottom half of the table, especially in the relegation zone, the guys coming up from the Championship, they ain't got that.
They haven't got the funds to do that. No,
that's true. Yeah. But we do see newly promoted teams like over the years adjust how they play. Like we've seen it with Eddie Howe at Bournemouth, for example.
Brighton are the perfect example.
We saw it at Wolves. They played they made themselves hard to beat, and they played a different type of football.
Yeah.
I understand he wants to play this expansive football, but come on, like if you want to stay in the league, I mean, if they leave the league financially, it's probably not the worst thing for them anyway. So maybe their owners are thinking that.
Yeah.
You know,
I think you cement your place in the Premier League and then you expand from there. That's what I
was gonna
believe.
say, yeah.
But I'm not a manager either, though. So
I think the route that we've seen is to low block, be defensively sound, defensively responsible, and then slowly grow into a more expansive game. But there you go. Someone will come along and prove us wrong.
Sorry, Ahija says promoted teams, a trash Derby 07 team. You might have competition. What was that? 11 points.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was
awful.
awful.
8 points.
Might
I
have
don't know.
been even less.
What's the
Yeah.
bottom of the table look like
Might
now,
be
lads?
doing
Let's have a look at that.
Sheffield
Whilst
United.
I was doing that, by the
Okay,
way,
I've got that.
2,000 of you watching,
Oh yeah.
and we've only got 254 likes.
It's disgusting.
Bloody hell, bud. What the bloody hell is that?
What the bloody heck are we doing?
Looking at you. Yes, you. Smash that like button for us. We're banging to the Saturday Football Show. Approaching half time in the next 10 minutes, so make sure that you support us and smash that like button. I can see that, I can see it's going up now. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 333k subs now.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the bottom of the table.
It stinks. It stinks.
And wow. Everton have 4 points, right, after being deducted 10 points.
Yeah.
Right next to them is Sheffield with 5. Burnley next, 5 points.
It's the goal difference, mate. Look at
Yeah.
the goal
Burnley's got
difference.
4.
And then Luton with 7. That is genuinely like a collective points of what? 14 points between 3 teams.
Yeah, it's poor.
Mine
That's
is
pretty
saying
mad.
4 and 6 instead of 5 and 7.
Because there's live games going on.
Live.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry.
Live.
Yeah.
But Sheffield with a minus 22 goal difference
Big up
after
Callum
13 games.
in the chat. He says, I actually will like it, to be fair. I like you, lads.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Callum. Appreciate it, mate.
Very good, lads.
Yeah, good lad. But why should it have taken that for you to like it? If you already like us, you should just be
Don't put him
liking
down,
it.
lad. He
Yeah.
likes us, yeah.
No, but you know what I
Thank
mean,
you,
though.
lad.
Smash that
Appreciate you,
like
bro.
button. Big up to you, Cal. Chelsea are knocking on the door, boys. It was a tough start for them. Obviously, that Isaac finish after 12 minutes. But if anything, right now, Chelsea look like the team on top and the team most likely to score next.
This is the thing when you have one of them
Foul as well. Is that
seasons.
foul? No foul?
Newcastle have a fantastic first season, when they get the money and they incrementally buy and they do the system well and they play good football, but they still haven't got the depth to compete over 38 games and then however many games Champions League is, all of that type of stuff.
Ooh, there is. Sorry, just to cut you off.
I've seen that, lad.
To Newcastle, but there is a VAR decision at Turf Moor
Who's it
involving
for?
Jamie's team, West Ham United.
Could there be a red? Is that what it might be?
39 minutes in. We'll find out for you as soon as we can. Another goal for Oxford City at home to Kidderminster. Oliver Sanderson with the goal.
Oh, it's over a penalty.
Over
It's
the pen.
over a penalty to who? To Burnley.
Burnley.
Oh, Jamie could be
dear.
in the mud.
It's Kufal as well. Why are you in that nightclub?
That's good.
That was it, mate.
Mate, you should have been in bed, mate, preparing for Burnley on the weekend. Come on.
But he wasn't. Bolton are 1-0 up at home to Exeter. What a long away trip that is, by the way, for the Exeter fans going up to the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. Bring back the Reebok, mate. What's that name about?
Is that what it's called?
Sheet.
Tough sheet. Tough sheet, lad, innit?
Tough clean sheet.
Want to change the name? Tough sheet.
That VAR decision is still ongoing, though.
It's gone upstairs, apparently.
At Turf Moor, it's gone upstairs. Wrexham
3-0
3-0 up at home to Morecambe. It's a goal from senior Paul Mullin and Mendy for Wrexham. Jacob Mendy on the 35th minute has put them 3-0 up. Nothing given. Nothing given. Hanging on there, West Ham.
Come on, West Ham.
Hanging on
Mate,
there.
we're playing Burnley.
Mate, it's a tough
Come
place
on.
to go to.
They've lost every home game this year.
Sorry.
You know what I mean, though?
They're on a run.
It's just
Mate, Sean
I
Dyche
mean,
Burnley is
though.
a tough place to go. But Vincent Kompany Burnley
Just
is,
in general.
you roll them over,
It's
man.
just a tough place to go.
Yeah, man, it's a
to
tough place to
Burnley.
get off the train.
Yeah. Brownhill with the strike over the bar, but West Ham have got away with it there. No foul and no pen given to the Clarets, against the Clarets. Danny Ings, do you think he would have got a decent reception today going back to Turf Moor after many years of bailing them out of trouble, getting them into the Prem?
I think so. It was him and Sam Vokes, right? It was those two that used to rip it
Vokesy.
up for Burnley. Yeah, I really like Danny Ings. And there's no reason why he'd get a bad reception. I think he's just he made the big money move from there to Liverpool, didn't he? It just didn't work out for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, at the time you still had. Well, I was going to say you still had Suarez. You didn't. He was pretty much our main guy. Sturridge was injured most of that season.
And he was all right,
Origi was there.
But he was injured a lot. He really was.
Yeah,
And
I
then we
remember
just
he
kicked
scored.
on without him.
He scored for Liverpool against Everton at Goodison in the last Brendan Rodgers game. And then he got sacked. Still 0-0 at Luton. Crystal Palace failed to break the deadlock so far, as we know. A tough place to go to for many. 2 shots on target and 6 on target for Crystal Palace against Luton. They're on the front foot for sure in that one. Still 0-0 between Swindon and the Stags, Mansfield at the county ground. Well, it's not. Jake Young has just scored on the 38th minute for Swindon. Goal. Initially, the referee gave a penalty, though, Jamie, didn't he?
Colio show.
Yeah.
Or has he given a goal kick initially?
No, he's given a penalty.
I think he's given a goal kick and then they've checked upstairs. Yellow card to Alvarez.
Yellow card.
Maybe that gets rescinded as well.
I don't know if it will because it's for dissent.
Yeah, I mean the foul was on Safal made the foul, so probably yeah. I think Koleosho, look, obviously I'm bashing Burnley big time, but I think Koleosho is a real bright spark in that side.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's a dive, I think.
Yeah.
He turns away from the tackle.
He turns away, yeah. He does catch him, but he leaves his leg there, and
It's a dive.
yeah,
Looking for it.
yeah, he's looking for it. I think that's the
Massively
thing.
looking
Yeah,
for it.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's where
It's
you
class defending, Vlad. Always believed in you, mate.
All them
Oh, I don't
blockers
know.
paying off.
He does a little
He's
lunge.
looked away,
It's a
though.
tiny- No, but he's done a little lunge.
He's a bit nervous. You can
He's
tell
done
that.
look. He stuck his foot out there. Just a little
I don't know
lunge.
that. I would maybe.
Little lunge out there, but I don't know.
I
Do you know what I mean, Doyle?
I might have give that.
He turns away, but he just
He
does
does
get
put
out
his
just
leg
a little
out
bit.
on third
Just a
viewing.
little bit.
Just an update from...
It's soft, but got to be given, Jamie. Is it one of those?
Surprised that it's not
Absolutely
given.
not, mate.
Quite surprised by that one.
Game's gone.
No foul.
Just a quick update for Liverpool fans. Klopp was speaking after the draw at Manchester City. He said, "We lost Diogo Jota with a muscle injury, but Alisson as well, as he felt something. That's not cool at all." So
Cool at all.
he loves that line. That's not cool at all.
Nah, Alisson will be all right. Ali will be all right.
Apparently, Pep Guardiola was also videoed asking for a bit more support and a bit more noise from the Manchester City supporters.
Oh, that stinks.
I swear to God, I'm looking
He
at the
always-
clip right now. Nick, tell me if you can tell me if I'm lying, right? He's going like this to the fans,
Yeah.
and then he touches his ear and goes,
I don't
As
hear
if,
anything.
look,
Yeah, I can't hear
Oh,
anything.
mate.
"Am I lying?"
No.
Pep's gone like this, Doyle, and gone,
It's the biggest game of the season, though. You've got to be
It
loud.
is.
Come on.
"It is."
They've only got 4 fans, lads, so how are they supposed to get, you know what I mean? They're trying the best. They're doing the best they can. Also, let's be real, like, they won the treble last season. That's the pinnacle of football, right? The only thing better than that is the quadruple. They won everything.
Yeah.
Coming after a season like that, I don't expect them to go and win the treble again. I don't expect the fans to be as excited as they were. Do you know any team that's had a treble and then defended it?
Back-to-back treble.
Back-to-back
Yeah.
trebles never happened.
Never happened,
before,
does it?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no.
Madrid never
That's
done
what I'm saying, lads. So
Probably somewhere in Europe, but not here.
Yeah. By the way, in the Bundesliga right now, Werder Bremen 0, Bayer Leverkusen 2 after 57 minutes. Jeremy Frimpong and Oliver Derman with the own goal for Werder Bremen. But that result for Xabi
are they in the
Alonso's
table, lads?
team is quite unbelievable when you look at how well they've played this season. Still top of the league, 5 wins in a row if they win this one. 0 losses so far this season.
Xabi Alonso.
Ahead of Bayern Munich and Harry Kane. And of course, it is Xabi Alonso who is...
Harry
You
Kane
watch-
goes
he's
to
good.
Bayern to win a trophy, and Granit Xhaka follows him.
Xabi Alonso, next West Ham manager. I said it here first.
Mate, I think
Granit
he's got
Xhaka wins one.
He's actually got a clause in his contract that says he's only allowed to leave Leverkusen if it's Bayern, Real Madrid, or Liverpool. Who? So West Ham. I'm not sure where they fit.
We just signed the
Yeah.
director of football who brought him in. So there's a lot of rumours
Okay, well-
about that. Tim Steiner. So
Okay,
he's the
big up.
guy that brought Xabi Alonso there from Pong.
You think,
Is Harry-
you think he's taking mid-table in the Prem over winning titles in Germany?
Yeah, I think you would. Yeah.
Yeah.
do you think Harry Kane's going to win the league?
He might not, mate.
They've won 10 in a row.
But that's what I'm saying. The scenes, if Harry Kane goes to a team
Granit
that's won
Xhaka
10
wins the
and
league.
Granit Xhaka follows him and wins the league.
It'll be the most
Harry Kane
thing
possible.
ever to smash
He
the
can't
Bundesliga
get that
goal scoring
unlucky.
records
Yeah.
They
and
can't.
not win the title.
That can't be
Dortmund
real.
are 3
That's like, yeah, that's like he's putting up Haaland from last season numbers, but not getting a trophy
But
at the
not
end of
winning.
it. Would be
It's just minus the
insane.
treble.
He must have sold his soul to the devil or some kind of, you know what I mean?
But no, he's trying, and the devil's refusing it.
They lost the alternative to the Community Huddersfield as well.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
you got smoke. Was it like 4?
Yeah.
Leipzig,
Yeah.
Leipzig.
Wow,
Yeah.
or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
mate.
Adding time
very
at
stinky.
Kenilworth Road, still 0-0 between Luton and Crystal Palace, but in the Bundesliga, Dortmund are
Get
3-2
Tim
up
shut
at home against Mönchengladbach. Interesting games going on in that league there for sure. Bayern Munich play later on today against... Or have they already played? Oh no, they played yesterday and they beat Cologne yesterday, and it was
1-0.
Harry Kane again. who
Half
scored
time.
that.
It was Harry
Burnley
Kane.
West Ham's officially half time.
Half time at Turf Moor as well. Burnley 0, West Ham 0. Luckily escaping maybe on third view. Penalty for Burnley. But West Ham haven't really created anything that we've seen so far. Obviously, the game of the minute right now is, of course, that Newcastle-Chelsea game. 1-1 at St James's Park. A really good comeback from Raheem Sterling with that free kick. There's been a goal at Birmingham, and things get from bad to worse for Wayne Rooney. I don't think he's won yet as Birmingham manager. Sheffield Wednesday 1-0 up just before the half-time whistle, and it is Byers with the goal for the Owls.
He's pretty much already sacked, isn't he?
I know,
Like, he's been sacked in the media. I thought he'd been
Wouldn't you
sacked.
just get the old John Eustace back? Wouldn't you just get him straight back? The guy that they sacked to bring Rooney in, who was actually having a stormer. What a pass that is from Danny Ings, but it goes straight to the goalkeeper. And
So a bit of a crap pass,
another
actually.
Move fails to deliver anything.
No, I'm excited by the pass.
Yeah.
Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 0. Gardner Hickman with the first goal, and Conway with a very late first half penalty. 47 minutes gone there. Middlesbrough really good last season, right up until when it mattered with Michael Carrick, and things don't seem to be going as well for them in the Championship. Birmingham going to get relegated, said the immature reviewer here in the chat. Well, they're in relegation form, but speaking of a team who are in the relegation zone, Sheffield United at home to Bournemouth. It's gone from bad to worse for them. They've just conceded once again just before half-time. And that goal is Justin Kluivert's. 48th minute, that one goes in. A big goal from Adam Armstrong right at the end of the first half. Huddersfield 0, Southampton 1. Again, what an away trip that is for Huddersfield. But what a turnaround at the City Ground. Nottingham Forest were 1-0 up after 3 minutes through Elanga. Evan Ferguson equalised on the 26th minute. There's 6 minutes of added time at the City Ground. But João Pedro, who came on for the injured Ansu Fati, has scored on the 49th minute to give Brighton a 2-1 lead away at Nottingham Forest. It's
Huge
decent from Brighton. It's not been the most successful couple of months for them, but they will be looking to see that one out, especially into half-time. 2-1 up, 0-0
Both
between...
assists for Brighton. Both goals, assisted by Pascal Gross as well.
Yep. Very good player, Pascal Gross.
Yeah.
Half-time, as I said, at Luton Palace. Swindon 1, Mansfield 0 at half-time. Leicester 0, Watford 0 at half-time. Half-time as well at St James's Park. It's that Raheem Sterling free kick, a brilliant free kick that has equalised for Chelsea. Reece James and Kieran Trippier, both captains, having a word with the referees here just as they go into the tunnel to get their refreshments before they come back out. We're getting pictures here of Sheffield United's goalkeeper Fotheringham walking back to his own goal to take the half-time break. Not looking happy. 2-0 down at home to Bournemouth. It's really, really looking bad now for Sheffield United in their hopes to stay up in the Premier League.
It's a 6-pointer of that game.
100%. West Ham need a good striker. Antonio is getting too old now, says RS. But speaking of Birmingham,
he's injured.
they've got some hope that he is injured. Bakuna, 48th minute for Birmingham, has scored. What a few minutes it's been down, or up, I should say, at St Andrews.
Rooney.
And it's Huddersfield 0, Southampton 1 at half-time as well. Right, we're going to have a little break here. We've got some excellent clips to play you on the Saturday Football Show. First of all, we're going to play a clip of myself training at Melwood this week. I actually did what Trent did and whipped it. Yeah, I'll take a clap for that. Yeah. No
Scored a little belter as well. He done me proud. He did, lads. Good lads.
Fairly
Good
similar
lads.
to Trent's goal today. Should we get a little look at it? And if you want to see the full thing, it's on the Cop TV. Let's see what we've got.
Good. Oh. That's better. That's better. Oh, he's got a strike on him, you know. Time to give him. That's it. Let go. And now let's get you through this.
Rats! Play the goal. Play the goal that I sent you, Hassan, you sausage.
That's amazing.
Wow, you've done me
That's
so
class.
dirty
Fake
there.
stat, fake
You should have
stat,
seen his
baby.
when the stream went off, his chin was dead triumphant. It was sticking out there, lad, and he just kept watching it, and it just kept lowering and lowering and lowering, lad.
You asked for an applause. You made me applaud that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They've not showed the goal. It's a disgrace.
Fantastic.
More fake stats from
You're a bunch
AGT.
of cheats. Right, if you don't want to see that, then let's see how Robbie got on with eating cow tongue on Best of Enemies yesterday. I believe we had an Australian...
We've got a cow foot, mate.
Yep.
Eat it. It's gonna have
One for
It's falling off the bone, mate.
Make sure you eat the whole
Perfectly
foot,
cooked,
blood.
mate.
What's charging the foot for? You got a foot fetish or something like that? What's the matter with you, blood?
Mate?
One bite, blood. You know the rules.
That's a very small bite.
No. What's that? No. More, blood. Jeez, look, he's going in, fam. My days.
Can't even get. There's no meat on it.
Robbie
Bit
Scholes
without
and
the
that.
meat.
Robbie Scholes.
Yeah.
Robbie
So there's
Scholes,
one.
blood. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie, fam. Oh,
There's one, mate. This is a
that looks
sheep's
like your soul, Robbie,
tongue,
blood. I'm not even
mate.
gonna lie. Oh,
This is
what? Oh no, sorry. Go on.
eats this?
Lips
Who eats
it.
this?
It's actually-
Patrice Evra, blood.
I've
Go
got-
on, blood.
Imagine this is chicken.
Disgusting,
We
bro.
ain't playing no games. Oh, he's done it.
Oh my
He's done
god. Oh my god. Oh my
need this,
god.
mate? No?
Oh my god.
it. Here, Rob, I have a 1,000-year-old egg.
An old egg.
Is that the shell?
How can you eat an old egg? That makes me sick.
Easily with your
Listen,
mouth.
mate.
Go on, Robbie. Go on. You man are foul for this, bro. You're absolutely. Nah, I can't wait.
He's smelling. Jesus Christ, bro.
That's disgusting.
Guys, we're going to need a cleaner.
Nah,
This is
What the hell is that?
Nah.
He's got a strike on him, you know.
You! Almost January, end of the contract of Kylian Mbappe, and he didn't say anything. The last star of Florentino Perez, do you remember? I think he's thinking in another Galacticos team. Mbappe, Haaland, Vinicius Junior, Bellingham. Oh, mamma mia. I think something good is coming, because if Kylian Mbappe say in January, "Hey, Florentino, I am ready. I want to join to Real Madrid." Madridistas, we are open to listen. We are open to listen to you. If Erling Haaland say, "Hey, Pepe Guardiola, I want to join. I want to go. I want to join to Real Madrid." Listen, Florentino Perez is open to listen to Erling Haaland. So, I think something good, something big is coming for Real Madrid, because I don't remember last start of Florentino Perez. And Florentino Perez normally he's singing only start and no now. So why not this summer in 2024 Florentino Perez doing a massive team? Bang, million again for us, for the best team in the world, Real Madrid. Vamos a la...
Welcome back. You saw Raul there, DR Sports favourite. I swear we had a clip from him a couple of weeks ago saying, "Mbappe, we don't want you anymore."
Yep.
Now he's saying, and he texts me his dream lineup for next season: Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, with Bellingham ahead of them, with Vinicius, Haaland, and Mbappe.
What
So
are we
it's
doing?
the
What are you
Galacticos
doing?
10.0. I mean, come on, Raul. You're living in dream world, fella.
That was
Wake up.
that was literally we all tutted at the same time, lad. What are you doing, Raul? Shut up.
How much is Haaland,
Shut up,
Raul.
Raul.
how much is Haaland going for? Like, come on.
Haaland's not, bro. You can't have Mbappe and Haaland. Go away.
Yeah, it's a
Stop
cheat
that.
code, man.
But if
And Bellingham.
if anybody can,
I know,
then
but you can't. The football world won't allow
We
it.
saw
Okay.
how it ended up with PSG. Neymar,
Yeah,
Mbappe,
Messi.
Messi.
it's different though. Real Madrid have form of putting together these like super teams
Yeah,
And making them
Raul.
work.
and making them work.
Raul is shamelessly twerking there for Mbappe.
Yeah, but it was the derby. It was the Real Madrid Barcelona game, and it's like, yeah, we've got better than we don't want you, all this money.
Exactly.
So he was saying we don't want you.
Make your mind up, fella. Come on.
Feel bad for his missus, Raul, pushing him. Emotions all over the place.
He's actually single at the minute.
There you go.
So
Probably for the best.
Makes sense. Bloody makes sense.
production, you are rats for taking out of my goal.
He still can't get over it, by the way.
Do you know what? I sent them the clip of my goal, and they've gone to the actual vlog and just played around with it. So that's absolutely class.
I mean, there was no...
That's the way you live. Most importantly. So we'll find.
Big fan.
We'll get addresses and that sort of stuff sorted out. But you also saw the best of enemies bush tucker trial yesterday, mate. Robbie had to eat cow's foot, sheep tongue, and then an 1,000-year-old duck egg.
1,000-day-old, not 1,000 years.
Well, Jason said it was 1,000 years. We looked it up.
That's a
It's
fossil, lad.
impossible, yeah.
That
would be in the museum.
If he could bite through a stone, lad, you know what I mean?
What do we make of Robbie getting in amongst the tongue?
Did he, that sounds, whoa.
Expression said it was his first tongue kiss for 25 years. Not my words, Robbie, if you're listening. Not my words.
Did he enjoy any of it, or was it all pretty
He
grim?
spat it
Did he
all out.
enjoy eating a lamb's tongue, a cow of a...
I don't know what it tastes like. It sounds
Apparently,
grim,
it's
but
a speciality in Iran.
that's why
play.
I don't want to disrespect the next. Do you know what I mean? I'm not
Fair
like
play.
you, Doyle,
Yeah.
Fair play.
Hassan brought it in.
The Australian guy
No, he
looked really
actually
familiar though.
The which?
The Australian guy looked really familiar.
Yeah, man. No, he's a good guy. He had to get a flight straight back, but he's a good guy. Let's get it to 1K likes, says Earth Extreme, and AGT will do his famous Aussie accent. I've just already done it.
Good goal.
So you kind of ruined that surprise there. But let's get to 1,000 likes. Not even 500 yet, and there's over 2,000 of you watching. Kind of.
Make it a bit personal.
Yeah, I know I am.
It's taking a piss if
Because we need to get us to 1,000 likes. It doesn't
please.
cost you a thing. All you have to do is smash that like button, and your work is done. That's all you have to do, and we have to do the rest. Talk to me about this Brighton finish from Ferguson. A great finish into the far corner, very Harry Kane-esque, that one.
He's a traditional striker, isn't he? He is the number 9. He's he's not English, but he plays like that type of. I know, very close.
Yeah.
He plays like the old Shearers, the Harry Kanes, proper traditional. Good mate, brilliant little player.
Great finish from him today. Getting back amongst the goals,
1-2
18
touches
yards
as well.
out.
Yeah,
It's what your striker has to finish first time, and he has to have 2 touches. That you don't get any more time.
I was
Brilliant.
watching a video the other day about how football's cyclical and how different styles go in and out of the game and influences. And you've had Harry Kane, now you have Haaland. I know he's still young. Maybe Haaland's too young to be someone that influences Ferguson, but that 2-touch striker, touch, shoot. When you see Haaland take more than 2 touches, the statistics of him not converting that chance go way down. If he just takes a touch and a finish, then it's problems. And Evan Ferguson's built in that same sort of mould, which is great.
And it was a Pascal Gross cross and really well attacked by João Pedro. It's a header from 10, 12 yards
Brilliant
out.
for players like that, because he's not. You
at
think
that.
of headed goals as being the big strong men. He's
That's how you
he's a
score a
technical
header.
player more than a kind of target man. But cutting across his defender, getting his head on the ball, really, really good.
Yeah, that's how you score a header in the Premier League.
There's something about Brazilians scoring goals. It just like it's the best, man.
Yeah, Brazil just playing football altogether, isn't it?
Yeah.
When it gets to 4:30, by the way, we will have the lineups from the G-Tech Stadium. Brentford versus Arsenal, massive game at the top of the table. Let's see what Robbie and Cecil thought about this game whilst they were actually at the G-Tech. I believe it was 2 days ago. Let's see what they thought to this one.
Tough game, and we all know that Brent. They are excellent on the transition, and they've got many different ways of trying to hurt a team. They won't. They're not your. You know what? I describe them as a typical Premier League team in that they can find a way to beat you. Right? They can say, right, we're playing Arsenal this week, so what we're going to do, we're going to go really direct. They may play another team where they say, right, we're going to pass it a bit more. They're that sort of versatile.
There you go, Robbie and Cecil in head-to-toe AFTV tracksuit there. Let us know in the comments if you like that look that Cecil's trying to rock. We'll see how many he sells after wearing it. But as you can see, both Robbie and Cecil fairly confident for this one. They did play at Brentford fairly recently in the League Cup. They got a 1-0 win. As an Arsenal fan, with the pressure now on you to go top, this is now a must-win, is it not?
Yeah, it is a must-win, and these are the games where we've struggled. Like I said before, we play really well when the pressure's off. We have struggled with performances, but we've managed to grind out results. We've just managed to keep grinding out results, whether it looks ugly or not. And we've had some injuries as well. The international break actually came at quite a relieving time for us to get some players back. So I'm really looking forward to 4:30 to see what kind of team gets put out, because I really can't predict it. A lot of the back four we probably know. Also, big talking point again, as it always is every week, is Aaron Ramsdale will play. We've got Brent. He will play. Yeah, we've got Raya on loan, so you can't play against his parent club. So it will be Aaron Ramsdale amid talks of him having a chat with Chelsea and interviews of him coming out talking about concentration issues and all this kind of stuff. So, we just. I feel like we could win trophies if we just had no storylines. As a big club, you don't want any extra storylines or distractions. We just want football, and we just got always there's some sort of storyline. So yeah, I'll feel much more confident. I'm confident regardless, but as we should be if we want to be winning trophies. But I feel much more confident when I've seen the team sheet and I can kind of start to picture the game in my mind. As it stands at the moment, it's really difficult to picture.
You need to see where the battles are going to be won.
Exactly.
I've got a question for you.
Oh God.
If Ramsdale has a stinker today, is it over for him? Is it done?
I think things like I
lose the game, draw the game.
I love Ramsdale, I really do, but I think things like, I don't want to say his conduct off the pitch, because he hasn't done anything wrong, but the interview and the thing with his dad and stuff, those are the kind of things, especially with someone who's a bit of an egomaniac, let's be honest, in Arteta, those are the things that are probably going to put nails in your coffin.
Go against him.
There's massively going to go against him, and a lot of people say it's unprofessional when it really shouldn't do, but that's just me, that's not what I want, but that's just assessing the manager, that's how he is.
Do you know what, if I was having an argument with my boss and my dad went out publicly and slated my boss, I would be fuming.
Yeah, he'd be gutted.
Yeah.
But at the same time, is he wrong?
No, bro, he's not wrong, but it's not a professional environment. That you don't have them conversations where you're professional. It does not serve Aaron Ramsdale for his dad to go and stick up for him. It's not what you do. You let your football do the talking, and then if you have to move, you move.
We've criticised plenty of players before when their wives come out and say stuff, when their sisters go. Ronaldo's always got his sister doing it. We always criticise players when their families come out and do it.
No way.
I'm sorry, if my son plays for a Premier League football team, I can't have a podcast and talk about it.
Yeah,
I just can't do that.
His podcast. I think he was invited on.
Yeah,
no,
still though, lads. Or if you do,
I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm sticking up for the dad, man.
I get it. If it's my son, lad, I'm backing him. I'm supporting him as much as I can. And
I might
probably
even
have
do it, but I would still. That wouldn't change the fact that I might be wrong for doing it.
Also, exactly. And also, if I'm gonna do it, I'd be as political as possible. That's the point. I do whatever I can do to save my son, to help him in his progression of his career. I don't slander anybody. I don't say this is wrong. I don't say this is right. I say this is what I think. This is what I care about.
But I've also said this before as well, and I wonder how much Arteta's looking at Aaron Ramsdale and saying, you've had back-to-back relegations. Yeah. We've come in and bought you for decent money for a goalkeeper, 45 million for a player of that profile, and I got slated for it for bringing you in, and actually just let me manage you the way that I want to manage you.
I see you. And then now you can springboard from this actually to a better club, get a start, and you'll be not a relegated team anymore, lad.
Yeah. Now you're in the whenever Pickford drops a stinker, or if Pickford and Pope drop stinkers in the same week, people go, Aaron Ramsdale should be number one. He should be England number one. We've put you in that conversation. Any club you go to from us is very, very likely to be a top 6 club or some sort of club that's going for silverware. We've put you back. We've helped you get into that, and this is how you're, treating us.
I couldn't agree more. I think it's like what we said earlier. I think Mikel Arteta has made a big call. He's scared. I don't rate you. I want Raya instead. And he's bought another
I don't think he doesn't. But I don't think he doesn't
what I need
rate
from
him.
my keeper.
I think not rating him is unfair. I think that he said, look, here's another evolution. We've seen players underperform. We've seen Aaron Ramsdale make big mistakes in big moments. The Arsenal fans love him for the shithousery and just for the way that he is. We love that.
He admitted that he can't concentrate.
Yeah, that.
There's been a goal in the Premier League, and Jamie is in the mud. Burnley 1, West Ham.
Why are you so happy about that, by the way? Why are you so happy?
Well, listen, I've never seen you in the mud.
Well, listen,
I live in the mud. Come on, man. I'm a West Ham fan. I live in the mud.
You did say, how can we not beat Burnley? They've lost every single home game this season.
You escaped
Tell
a
that
pen
to
in
Jay
the first
Rodriguez, who's just scored a penalty.
Jay Rodriguez?
You escaped a
pen
pen in the
Still
first
playing
half,
football in 2023.
and you haven't been able to escape one in the second half. Justice for Burnley, by the way. After that penalty.
First half, he goes, Jay Rodriguez is still playing football.
I know, and he scored. Good on him, lad.
Scoring, mate. That's not just playing. Scoring against the Hammers, brother.
Yeah, just take Danny Ings off us. Come on, mate.
I'll tell you what, just looking at the goal, they were getting some criticism, Burnley, for playing the ball around, and people were saying, they're playing risky football, they're playing with the ball at the back, they're welcoming pressure. That's what people were saying, and then they've managed to play out, and that's how it's led to getting the penalty that ultimately got them the goal. So maybe they are right to try and come and play football in the Premier League.
No, they've only got 4 points.
Listen, they're currently winning against European champions.
Okay, they got 7 points,
Come on, mate. Come on, mate. I've been backing Arsenal today. You're coming for me. You're coming for me. All right.
Shout out to Law Bubble, who says, I agree with Jamie on this. He's spitting facts. But, well, he's spitting facts that his team are 1-0 down right now. The battle of the clarets. He's losing that battle at the minute. It's not nice, is it? On the Saturday football show, I've been cooked and mudded many times.
Yeah, it's literally
so many lads.
Shout out
So
to you,
many.
We love it, but listen, everyone gets a turn.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
It's what it is. Right? He gets cooked, I get cooked, you get cooked. No one's exempt from a cooking on this show.
Unfortunately.
Especially if you 1-0 down to Burnley. I can't lie to you.
Horrible.
Shocking, mate.
But there you go. Victor Camacho says, we are shite. Who do you support, Victor? Who are you talking about?
Pretty West Ham.
Let us know. If it is West Ham, then no comment. Apparently there's a Eze injury, says the Black Grealish.
He was limping off at the end of the first half. He was moving gingerly, shall we say.
As they say.
Yeah.
He was grimacing.
That's bad for the Premier League. When he doesn't play football, lads, that's bad for us.
You love him, don't
I
you?
absolutely think that player is phenomenal, lad. But I love the way he plays football. I'm a freestyler. I like them guys that play street football style.
Does he represent England as well? He does. Or does he represent it like...
I don't actually know you, mate. I can't comment on that one. I actually don't know.
I'll double check. I was going to say,
but
how far, if he was representing England, the question I was going to ask is how far is he from those
roles?
those
I mean, when it comes to Gareth Southgate, I think he's very far away because he has a particular type of style and a particular selection, and that's it. Jordan Henderson's still there, lad, right?
If he plays right wing back, he might have a chance.
No, he's played 2 games for England, as he has.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's brilliant. I really like watching him. He's a great player. A great advertisement for the Premier League, that type of individual.
I have to say, some youth career as well. At Arsenal for 5 years, then Fulham, Reading, Millwall, and now he's finally made it to the Premier League. But he's got another injury, and he has just come back from a long-term injury as well. So we're hoping for him that it's not a serious one. 51 minutes now gone at Turf Moor. It's Burnley 1. West Ham United 0.
I've just seen a stat that pisses me off, honestly. You got Burnley, 20th in the league for average goals scored per match at 0.8, and we're 1-0 down. The bottom of the Premier League for the goals they score.
That's how we
What
felt
we
against
did.
lad. We went 1-0 down to Luton, okay? I understand, lad. Believe me.
Trust me. Trust me. Leverkusen now 3-0 up. Away at Werder Bremen. Alex Grimaldo with the goal. One of the most promising left-backs in European football at the minute.
I feel like he's been around for ages as well, Grimaldo. Even though he's young, I still feel like forever.
Wait, how old is he now?
I'll check. Alex.
Because he said one of the promising young left
28.
Like 28, 29. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Was
just he
that
said promising
Benfica
young
at
left
Leverkusen?
back.
Stats, bro.
Yeah,
Not his fault.
Well,
sorry.
not old.
I know, but I just... How old am I?
Yeah.
How old do you think I am?
You're 41. 41.
I look
You're
old
older
as
than
shit.
28, isn't it?
I am, yeah.
So he is younger. Younger than you.
Yeah, but that doesn't
And
mean
me,
that doesn't make him young.
But there you go. In League One, Northampton 1, Cambridge United 0. Kieran Bowie with the goal. 49 minutes gone there. Jamie's shaking his head.
The group chat is just roasting
Group
me.
chat's rinsing Jamie. Well, listen, as I said, the Saturday Football Show, no one's exempt from it, mate.
Oh, mate.
That's what
yeah,
footy's
yeah,
all
mate.
about. 3 o'clock on a Saturday. You can't wait to get bragging rights over your mates.
But that's why when you do win, lad, it's glorious. Did you see me after that 1-1 draw, lad? We didn't win, and I was ecstatic, lad, because none of you can come for me anymore, lad.
There you go. Maddison should try and complete an entire season before being compared to Odegaard, says Alex. Plays hero ball, top player, but can't have a player only playing 50% of the games a season. There was this rumour that went around that he had concussion from being hit in the face with a ball at training.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there any chance that he starts today?
Who's that?
Odegaard.
Odegaard. Yeah. So that I mean, that was before the break. I think he'll definitely be back in the fold. I would expect to see him on the bench today, to be honest with you. But there you go. As to who's hit him in the face, I think they're trying to keep that under wraps as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want it, you know what I mean? Things happen like that in footy.
Yeah.
Mike Chapman RC. Jamie, thoughts on West Ham stinking? Question mark.
Is that me?
Literally the group
Yeah, they've come to the stream.
Thanks for watching, lads.
Yeah. Hit a like on the
Smash that like button. We're not playing games.
If
Your mates on the show,
if
smash
Jamie
that
and
like
West Ham are in the mud, then stick a like on the video.
Yeah, at the very least you can do. If you're going to rinse him, press the like button.
You got
It
some nice
supports
mates
us.
there, lads. You got some good mates.
Super chat from Rodders007. Shout out to Doyle, the best Liverpool fan here.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you, lads. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I mean, great. He's a great Liverpool fan, but you know, I'm here as well.
Felt like both, plaudits for Doyle and a diss to you at the same time.
And I had to read it out.
Yeah, I like
He
that.
literally done this with the comment, then he went, get out of the way, Alex. Thank you, mate.
AGT with them dodgy stats again, says Clive Harris.
Breaking news, your boy, Tavernier,
What's he done?
said he got to made it 3-0.
Bloody hell.
He's only
What
got to
a
made it
strike from the
3-0.
big man.
Tavernier,
What a
lad.
footballing family.
I
that
think
is, by
there is.
the way.
I think there is a pundit that calls him Tavernier because I've heard it both ways. To be
Okay,
fair.
okay.
Yeah.
I've heard
Tavernier.
Tavernier
It's
and
Tavernier,
Tavernier. I've heard it both.
It's Tavernier, though, innit?
You want to
But-
chat to me about pronunciation?
Go on,
Right.
tell me, lads. You going to diss the Scouse accent that you
Shopify
claim
and
to love all the time, yeah?
Shut up.
Yeah,
man.
there you
No,
go.
No, it's just a weird Scouse accent. It's just, anyway, we'll move on.
Yeah, 3-0.
Chance for West Ham, was it,
3-0
Jamie?
to,
Thomas Sarchik, yeah.
I thought you said he was
Oh.
going to score the first goal.
I said 22 minutes. That's long gone.
Do we know who gave the penalty away for you guys? If it was Souček, that's pretty brilliant.
Yeah,
sorry.
mate. Been on the sauce.
Too
Bournemouth 2, Woking 2, Salford 2, MK Dons 2.
Kudos.
Oh, that's a
Your
shame.
guy.
He's been brilliant, him as well.
Tranmere
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
Gillingham 0.
Striker's tackle.
Connor Jennings, Swansea 2, Hull 1. Jaden Philogene, who's actually ripping up the championship this season with the Tigers. He has scored what could be more than a consolation goal as Hull look to get right back in this game against the Swans. We are around about 15 minutes away from team news from the G-Tech. Arsenal away at Brentford, as we know. And we're still awaiting a goal in the Luton game. Crystal Palace 0, Luton 0.
These promoted teams are going to go down, aren't they?
I'm pretty
They
sure.
are going to go down, I think.
Yeah,
Confirmation
yeah,
of
I
that.
think so.
I know one of them's winning right now. I get it. It's not one
Confirmation
yet.
of that Tav goal. 51 minutes in. Bournemouth 3-0 up away at Sheffield United. What a day
With
that is
Burnley-
for the Cherries. The fans, what an away day that is. It's a
Yeah,
long
good
old
on you.
poke.
If Burnley were to win this game, Everton would be bottom.
Yeah.
Flies
But they
over
get
the
to play
bar
tomorrow,
from
right?
Lucas
Yeah, I know.
Paquetá. Is that a new song?
Flying over the bar from Lewis Paquetá.
Mate, the slander that is coming my way. Honestly, I just need Paquetá to bang a goal.
If a goal goes in for West Ham, you're going mental, innit?
You have to lay in,
have
lads.
to now.
Honestly,
Everyone's
You
getting
just
smoked.
shush each camera.
honestly, you'll have to do it, lad. So basically, I had to learn this when I first come here, lad. I was getting cooked so much, lad, that I literally looked like I was changing skin colour, like, because I was that, like, burnt, lad, you know what I mean? But eventually, you just have to, like, take it on the chin, and in the moments that you get success, bro, yeah, be
Let them
unbearable.
know.
Be unbearable in them moments.
I was unbearable when we signed Declan Rice. All we done is signed a player and he played yet.
2-2 at Ashton Gate, Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 2. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Middlesbrough. What a game that is there in Bristol. Charlton 1-0 up away at Carlisle. Corey Blackett-Taylor with the goal. Charlton in FA Cup action this week. They're actually doing well in the competition. Robbie Brady, a red card, second bookable offence. He's off for Preston in their game at home.
Wasn't he Norwich player, Robbie Brady? Irish lad.
Was it Norwich?
Brady.
Who was a defender for?
I thought he was a winger, lad. Left-footed winger
Yeah,
or
I think you
something.
might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Irish.
Oh.
Billy Lynn's got again.
Burnley almost doubling their lead. Talk to me what happened there, Doyle.
So we've got I don't know his name, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, lad. But he's running down the wing here. One of the Burnley players nicks it off the defender. Well battled.
Amdouni.
You can see him
Amdouni,
running down. And what's his name?
Amdouni.
Amdouni. Great recovery of the ball.
Also good save.
Good strike and a good save, to be fair to him. Who's in goal for you now?
Areola.
Ariola, that's it. Yeah, good
How
save.
is-
I mean,
how
it was
is
near
Aguerd
post.
losing the ball there and then jogging back.
It's a save you'd expect him to make, but still a good one to get down there,
If you
right?
get beat there, there's big question marks. But again, it's a decent save at its near post. But
Burnley look
Preston-
like the real Clarets are standing up, lads. You know what I mean?
Will the real Clarets please stand up?
Can't
I think Aston Villa
So
just stood
sorry,
up.
Jamie, lad. I've only just met him as well.
Burnley have
Don't worry, it's coming.
West
I'll
Ham
see you in the
still
cup.
sitting
I'll see you in
down.
the cup.
Yeah, that is Robbie Brady, by the way.
Yeah.
The Irish lad,
Yeah.
the winger.
Playing for Preston now, lads, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Will Griggs scored as well again.
Will
He's on
Griggs.
fire, though, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he is, yeah.
Will
He's
Griggs
always on fire, Will
yeah.
Griggs. Shout out to him. Wealdstone Raiders 2, Barnet 2.
Oh, big
In
game.
that one there, in northwest London. It's
Jack
got a
Cook.
bit of a derby, that one. Portsmouth 0, Blackpool 1. 56 minutes gone there at Fratton Park. But there's been a goal, and it's Blackpool 2-0 up away at Fratton Park, which over the years, haven't we all seen it? Amazingly noisy in the Fratton Park Stadium, but
love
they won't
Portsmouth.
be liking this one. 2-0 down to Blackpool. Again, I'm talking about away days here. The mileage that goes into some of these games in Championship, League 1, League 2, National League and below. You're looking at a decent, 5-hour journey from Blackpool down to Portsmouth, at least?
No, lad,
that's
one
way.
Well more than 5 hours, lad. Probably like 7, 8,
6
mate.
or 7, probably, yeah.
On a coach.
On a coach.
On a Saturday.
Or on the train.
Busy times, bro.
Yeah. That is heavy. A heavy away day, that.
Good on
but
you
they'll
for
be
going.
buzzing. The Blackpool fans, 2-0 up. Jake Beasley with the goal. Bolton at home to Exeter, now 3-0 up. Fleetwood Town, 0. Stevenage, 2. 56 minutes gone. Ben Thompson with the goal for Stevenage. And in Scotland, it's Dundee, 0. Hibs,
Goals are
2.
flying
Lewis
in.
Miller. The goals are flying in. And so are the likes. Well, I wish they would fly in a little bit more. We're still not at 1,000, guys. Please get them to 1,000. I'm not going to ask you one more time. But if you can, make sure you do
He will.
it.
He'll ask it again.
Got a lot of lads in the chat right here. Jonathan says lads. Scars Music says lads. The Black Grealish says lads Bible. Lad Sport. Lad says Zahid.
Let me give them another one. All right, lad.
It's like pretending to be more Scouse, says Jonathan.
I can't pretend to be any more Scouse than I am, mate. Honestly, I don't think I can. I genuinely can't. There's a lot of people that go, he's putting the accent on. I go, I don't know how to speak any other way. I genuinely don't. Sorry. Oh, do actually. Hi, bud. You okay, buddy?
We love to hear it, lads. Anyone keeping track of the lad count, says Veal Side.
I'd actually like to know if someone could pick up how many lads I actually do in 3 hours. I'd probably be horrified by
Plus
it.
the last stream as well. You're looking at
a good
9 or
400
10
lads.
lads per 10 minutes, mate. It's not what we're looking at, mate.
Oh, that was outrageous.
Pause, by the way.
That is a rude. Is that a nutmeg? That looked like a rude
60
nutmeg
minutes
from
gone
James
at Turf
Ward-Prowse.
Moor, half an hour to go. It's still 1-0 at St James's Park. Don't forget, Isaac scored after 13 minutes, and then Raheem Sterling with the goal for Chelsea to draw it level. Everton play Manchester United tomorrow. Don't forget, Everton. Well, they've had 10 points taken off of them by the Premier League. We've seen the fans protesting last night. They're playing Manchester United tomorrow. Definitely not the place you want to go to if you're a United fan at the minute. But we've got a clip of the preview from United View. We've got Owen and DJ seeing how that game's going to go at Goodison tomorrow, 4:30. Let's hear what they say.
So my us because they have to. But I do think at some point, if we can deal with that, I think, the usual suspects will pop up. I think Bruno pops up with a goal. And I will say either Garnacho if he starts. It could be a 2-1 or a 3-1 to United. That's what I'm going for.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm feeling the 2-1. Usually 2-1 is my go-to.
2-1 safe. Yeah, it's a safe one.
2-1 is my go-to. But actually, I'm going to go with a 1-0 Manchester United. I'm going to go with a 1-0. Yeah. I think that actually recently, defensively, we have improved. Onana's kept a couple of clean sheets. Oh, I just say that. 2-1. It's going to be 2-1. I'm going to go with 2-1. I was just thinking more of like the Sheffield United game, but that was a penalty, actually. And we did pretty well, didn't we, actually, when it comes to that?
Does VAR have a say in this game, Owen?
It does. Of course it does, DJ. Of course it's Man United this season. Of course it does. I mean, like I say 2-1, we'll probably have 3 goals ruled out or something like that, or a penalty at some point in the game, maybe a red card. Yeah. I mean, who even knows at this point of VAR? I mean, that's a completely different show. But yes,
VAR makes an appearance. VAR will make an appearance. Yeah,
of course 100%. It does. Absolutely. So DJ's going with a win. I'm going with a win because
Manchester United win away at Goodison Park tomorrow, 4:30 kickoff. Don't forget you can watch all of that as it unfolds on the United View channel. And we've also got a clip that we will play very shortly from Lias. There was a Manchester United therapy session here during the week on DR Sports. And he actually compared Arsenal to Manchester United. But forget all of that. There's been a goal at St James's Park.
Huge.
But who has it gone to? Nick.
Oh, it's gone to Newcastle.
Ooh.
It's gone to the home team. We're waiting to find out is it Jamal Lascelles? It's Lascelles of all people.
And you know what? He's in me fantasy team.
There you go.
The boys.
I've seen a few people moaning saying, "Why did I triple captain Ward-Prowse today?" But yeah, it's Jamal. It's Jamal. He did. It's Jamal Lascelles with a goal, and obviously Chelsea had a good fight back after going 1-0 down to make it even, but not good enough. It looks like. Who knows?
Cometh the hour. Cometh the captain, Jamal Lascelles.
Oh, another goal!
And there's been another goal at the City ground. Doyle, who's it gone to?
It's gone to bloody Brighton, hasn't it? So I don't know the goal scorer yet.
It's João Pedro again.
Is it?
It is,
Guess
yeah.
what? He's in my fantasy team as well.
I think goals for him. I think it's
What
a
a
penalty.
great Saturday.
It's a João Pedro penalty, and like Jamie said, there's just something about when Brazilian players score goals. Do you know what I mean? But there you
Spicy,
go.
innit? Yeah. Obrigado.
2 goals.
Very good.
After coming on after 20 minutes, the goals to assist ratio is strong.
Yep.
Danny Ings just coming off there for West Ham with half an hour to go. Didn't look happy, did he, Jamie?
No, this is generally one of the worst performances of the season.
I don't think you can blame Ings on this one. I think he just the whole play.
Shaking his head though, didn't want to come off.
You never would though as a striker.
Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness,
Lordy Lord.
me! There's
Double
been
trouble.
another goal at St James's Park. We'll come to Jamie this time. Who has scored it?
It's Newcastle.
It's 3-1 to Newcastle against Chelsea. Matisse in the mud. Matty Renton not in the mud. Unbelievable couple of minutes. I don't know how it was even possible for them to score
as
two
well,
goals
lad.
in that quick time. But it's Joel Linton, who another Brazilian that has scored in the Premier League today. Is that spicy for you?
Yeah, Gabby Martinelli's going to continue the trend later. But anyway, yeah. It's, but yeah, I mean, this is a injury hit Newcastle team and still managing to pull off these types of performances. And St James's Park is just a difficult place to go
3-1
for everyone.
Good on them. I thought Chelsea were going to get something out of this game. I could see it.
So.
Same.
But we keep doubting Newcastle and they keep proving us wrong. So
There you go.
Big game on Tuesday, PSG.
yeah, that's going to be a massive one, isn't it? It's away as well, right?
Yeah.
Geordie's going off to
Their
Paris.
fans will love that, yeah. Geordie's in Paris.
That's the Bernie owner, isn't it? Who's on the documentary on the right there. Big up to him. 1-0 up against West Ham at the minute.
No, that is
Celtic-
after a 1-0 at home to West Ham. Come on.
They're desperate. Like you'd see them all hold each other's hands.
What do you mean?
It's like cup final with it, I suppose.
This is a big game for them, lads.
What was the point of that comment?
It's like,
No, mate, listen.
come on.
They're doing what they got to do.
He basically said, "We're only West Ham." That's what he said,
Honestly,
lad.
mate.
Leicester 0, Watford 0. 63 minutes gone there at the King Power Stadium. No goals to show for either team so far. Peterborough having a great day. 3-0 up at home to Burton now. Still 0-0 between Celtic and forgive me, I'm not sure who they were playing. It's just gone past, but they're still 0-0 in the Scottish Premier League. Let's talk about this Joel Linton goal.
Oh,
wow.
dear.
It was Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva showing his age.
It was Thiago Silva.
He's so good.
And Joel Linton, great finish, slams it home. There's no way any goalkeeper's saving that. He's absolutely shouting his lungs out to the fans, celebrating that goal. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Newcastle.
You know what he was
Chelsea
doing?
are back in the mud.
Thiago Silva's had a bit of a howler. I know we're saying he's now officially the oldest player, but remember we did see the clip earlier of him trying to do like a scoop turn when he was defending. He fell over, leading to Anthony Gordon getting the ball. This time here, the ball's been passed back to him, and
No excuse.
no excuse. He's just like that's like Mustafi and Socrates Arsenal era. Tries to pass the ball back to the keeper, misses the ball entirely, and yeah, I mean Joe Linton just he kicks the ball like it's an anger management session. He just whacks it.
I can tell you exactly what he does. I play football myself, lad. He literally was going to pass it somewhere, didn't decide on what he was going to do, thought he'd stop, and he already hit the ball. It was too late, lad. Wow,
so
that's a stinker.
Motherwell. Thanks, Graham, in the chat. Any of your mates that are watching Chelsea fans?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Get them back, lads. Get them back, bro. Yeah.
You've got Go on.
Yes, boys. Come on.
You can all be in the mud together, lads. You know what I
Who
mean?
needs 3 points on a Saturday?
Can't
Anyway,
you
you know what I mean?
I want to hear names. I want to hear names.
Well, Greg's the big one. So, yeah, Greg, 3 points. Don't worry about it, son. Yep, cool. Cheers. The other one's an Arsenal fan. The other one's a Man United fan, so I can't talk yet.
You can definitely talk about United, lad. That's okay.
So, yeah, give me a few hours.
Portsmouth 0, Blackpool 2 still, but it's a red card for Portsmouth. Morel has been sent off after 63 minutes. Coventry are now 2-0 up away at Millwall. Sacramento with the goal. Bolton 4-0 up at home to Exeter. That was a mad noise that you just did. I don't think you could even...
I was like, come at my mic. I looked down on my mic.
They nearly did it again. Chelsea nearly give the ball away again.
It's a different centre-back
That's
that
the
time.
noise Gus makes when you stand on his paws by accident.
I can't repeat it either.
Yeah, there you go. High pitch from
Oh,
Doyle.
and Newcastle were giving the ball away at
There's
the back.
been a goal finally at Kenilworth Road. You'd think it was the home team, wouldn't you? Luton. They're trying to make it into a fortress, but no. It's a goal for Crystal Palace. 66 minutes gone at Kenilworth Road, and Palace 1-0 up, and they'll be absolutely buzzing with that. And it is Edouard. Someone in the chat right at the start of the show said it would be Edouard with the goal after 4 minutes, I think it was. But it's taken 66 minutes for him to break the deadlock, and that could be a massive 3 points there for Roy Hodgson's team. Currently got eyes on the Newcastle-Chelsea game. Kieran Trippier holding his face. Think he's all right.
He's going to be able to have a much more friendly conversation with the fans than the one he had just before the international break this time, isn't he?
You found out he's got a little bit of an edge to him, Kieran Trippier, at that moment, lad.
Big up to Jester, who says, I thought there was a pigeon in the studio. Cool says,
it was me, bud.
keep the meows in check. The match isn't over
That's
yet.
fair. That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
Come on, Burnley. Beat the Massives, says David Bowles. And XD says, hold that Luton. You've obviously got some shots to send there
Who's
at Luton.
send that to Luton?
I know.
Who punches down?
No, that's not fair.
Could be someone from the Championship.
Yeah, I suppose.
No, that's
Could
fair.
be.
There you go. JJ Watt, the NFL player and part owner of Burnley, is also at this game. Does that make you a little bit more nervous for the last 25 minutes, Jamie?
I could not care.
That's the answer I was hoping for. The goal has been disallowed, people. Edouard, no goal. Score correction, Luton 0, Crystal Palace 0. There you go.
We have no idea
goal.
why.
70 minutes gone now.
Speaking of people that are in the ground and in the stands, a penny for the thoughts of Mauricio Pochettino. He's just sitting there with a scarf over his face, looking absolutely fuming. All you can see is his eyes, and you can tell that he's fuming.
People are just bouncing popcorn off his head.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's gone wrong here?
I mean, it's not his fault. You can't. That Thiago Silva thing, mate. That was calamitous. That you can't help that as a manager. He just made a really bad mistake. So that's what that is, I guess. Joe Linton, did you see the celebrations? And that was because he missed that sitter earlier. Believe me, that's what that was, lad.
It's all coming out of it.
Now he's like, Sam, I can go to bed tonight happy.
Peterborough 4, Burton 0 now. Kwame Poku with the goal in the 64th minute. Burton fans, if there's any watching, let us know how you're feeling right now. He is a pigeon, to be fair, says Veal Side.
Scouse pigeon, yeah, is that what you were calling me? Yeah.
XD said, I actually support Watford, their rivals. So that's why
okay.
that.
Fair enough.
I thought he spotted Wycombe Wanderers from it.
Goal
So
for
he is punching
Barnsley. Barry Cotter with the goal, 68 minutes in against Lincoln. That's a equalising goal there for Barnsley. And Chesterfield 3, Eastleigh 0. Ollie Banks with the goal. Still waiting for a few more goals in the Premier League. We've had a few disallowed and a few that have flown in. Right now, though, do you feel like the pressure on the Bournemouth manager is actually going to maybe wash away if they can get a big win today? They won their last game as well. So we're all talking about Areola maybe getting the sack within the first kind of 4 to 6 weeks of the season.
I think they were getting compared to what Gary O'Neill had done and how well he was doing with Wolves, and then being like, why have we done this?
Yeah.
But he is picking up results now, so I think yes.
I actually have him down as a decent manager in the future. So
Agreed,
for his sake,
I did really well in Spain.
He did. So yeah, keep him there.
They've got some winnable games coming up as well. They've got Aston Villa, which will be tough. Crystal Palace, maybe a 50-50 game. Then they've got Man United, which I back Bournemouth in. And then they've got Luton, which is a very winnable game as well. So,
and they're obviously beating Sheffield at the moment. So
Yeah.
if you beat the teams you're meant to beat, then you'll be fine in this league.
Full time in the Bayer Leverkusen game, Xabi Alonso keeps that extended streak
Extends
going.
his winning
Extends his winning streak.
It's okay, he doesn't mess up. Very rarely does he mess up, lad. We'll let him
It's
off.
been a long day. 4 hours of live speaking. And still half an hour to go. 17 games, 16 wins, 62 goals scored, 14 goals conceded. Top of the Bundesliga and top of the Europa League group as well.
Wow.
Xabi Alonso, he's pulling up trees as a manager.
Absolutely.
So there you go.
and
They
Granit
could do
Xhaka.
bits in the Europa League this year.
Could do, yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
They could go all the way. And
Why have you just said that to me, lad?
Wow,
I was having a good
I'm in the
day.
Europa League as well,
I was
mate.
having a good day, lad.
Yeah, I think Brighton, West Ham, Liverpool fans are all worried at the moment.
Yeah.
100%. Bristol
think
City
that.
3, Middlesbrough 2. Mark Sykes with the goal. What a game down at Ashton Gate that could be an end, especially if you're a Bristol
That's
City fan
3-3.
as well.
Oh, 3-2.
Couple, 3 substitutions for Chelsea. Caicedo, Mudryk and Broja all coming on. You're seeing Conor Gallagher come off. Ogachukwu coming off. I mean, this has been a horrendous performance from Chelsea. Take away that Raheem Sterling free kick. What have they done?
Yeah.
Really?
It's just a story of Chelsea's season, though. And when your most seasoned, experienced player makes mistakes like that, what can you do?
He's taking the cap down.
Oh my goodness me. Let's go
way.
to Kenilworth Road because finally there has been a goal. Will this one stand? We've just seen Edouard's goal disallowed for the away team Palace. Luton have only gone and scored, haven't they? Jamie in the mud.
Yeah, man.
Who scored it for them?
Those newly promoted sides, they're class.
That narrative put to bed now, surely. But yeah, confirmation of those triple subs in there.
Oh,
for
VAR
Newcastle.
decision on it though.
The goal was Teden Mengi. Scored for Luton 72 minutes in. We go back to Bramall Lane. As we know, Sheffield United 0, Bournemouth 3. There's a VAR shout there. We think it might be a high foot, but we'll get confirmation on that as soon as we can. But Bournemouth cruising away at Sheffield United right now in the Premier League. And just to update you, still 1-0 to Burnley with around about 20 minutes to go. Luton are 1-0 up at home to Palace. Newcastle 3, Chelsea 1, Forest 1, Brighton 3. Great result that for Brighton after being 1-0 down. Sheffield United 0, Bournemouth 3. Let's go to the GTEC because we've got team news, Nick.
Yeah, I mean,
we've got team news.
We'll do Brentford first, but because the Arsenal one's quite interesting. So for a little bit of suspense, we've got Flecken in goal, Janelt, Pinnock, me, Aya, back 4, Norgard, who I really rate in the 6, Onienka, Yarmoliuk, midfielders, and then Brian Mbomo, Wissa, and Godos up top.
Which is probably one of the best teams they can put out at the minute.
Read the Arsenal team then, buddy.
But let's get into the Arsenal
Show them
team
what's happening.
There is a shock.
Yeah, there is.
Absolutely,
Absolutely there is.
So we have Aaron Ramsdale in goal, as we knew. Back 4, Zinchenko, Gabriel, the best centre-back in the league at the moment, Saliba, Tomiyasu, Rice in the 6. And then we've got Rice and Ødegaard in the midfield. And then we've got just four attackers, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, Jesus. The app I'm looking at has literally just flicked. I don't know if you saw that. It just changed the lineup. But it looks like, Rice, Trossard and Ødegaard maybe in the midfield with Saka, Martinelli and Jesus. But
a good midfield,
super attacking team that's been
Definitely
set out.
is, but also is Trossard the centre midfielder?
Nah.
No, he's not.
He can do like a false 9 kind of second striker type thing. But then that means that Ødegaard's going to have to drop a little bit deeper to cover some more midfield.
Where's Havertz, lad?
I'm not really bothered.
League, we'll come back to Nick. But there's goals flying in now. Legitimate ones, illegitimate ones. But this one for the away team probably stands, and it's Luton 1, Crystal Palace 1, and it's Michael Olise with the goal 2 minutes after Mengi opened the scoring for Luton. 1-1 in that one, 15 minutes to go. Bournemouth 3, Woking 2 now. Great game there. Portsmouth, it's an awful day for them. They're now 3-0 down at home to Blackpool. Salford 2, MK Dons 3. Joe Tomlinson with the goal on the 72nd minute. Really interesting final 20 minutes there at Salford. But Elise with the goal.
Elise apparently was been playing with a match performance so far in the game. Obviously, they were losing up until recently. But apparently it's a really good performance from him. And he's another one of those
Like Eze. I'm an admirer.
Possibly, I think Eze maybe has slightly better feet, but Michael Elise is probably better, a better ball carrier.
Elegance, bro. They both carry the ball with elegance. It's beautiful to watch.
Once Elise gets into his stride, it's very, very difficult to stop him.
Good strike on him as well. Remember the free kick against United?
Left-hand side. Yeah. Good player. Chelsea right now.
Reece James is off.
Wow.
Reece James is
red
the pigeon's back.
I know, sorry, lads.
Red.
A true captain's performance.
I know,
Red. And there's all the talk of we need him on the pitch. We need him on the pitch. The big thing people hold against Reece James is how much he goes missing because of injury, and now he's going to be missing.
Let's see.
3 games.
Let's see it here.
Oh,
pulled him down.
Is it a second yellow?
Is it a second yellow?
Second yellow.
So
okay, so one game.
Silly.
He'll be out for one game.
So silly.
Okay, so he's only one game
So silly for Reece James.
See, he's already taking his band off, lad.
So
if he was wearing some Predators, lad, he would have been all right.
Do you know another reason that's true? Do you know another reason that's silly? Is because
you're losing?
You're losing 3-1. That's not even the goal that would have made the difference. It's not 1-1 and you've had to do that to save your team.
It stems from.
That's all ego.
That's why, though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's taking a touch. He's tried to be a little bit silky and flick it over at Anthony Gordon, who's been doing really well in recent
there's
weeks.
minimal contact, but it's still
Is everyone going to jump on Reece James now and say how crap of a defender he is because he's got a red card? Because that's what they do to Trent, lad, as soon as he makes a mistake.
We didn't have to say that's what they do to Trent. We knew that's...
Yeah, I know it is. That's why I was just saying it. Okay.
And they've got Brighton next as well, which is a game that they would have really liked Reece James to be there for. But the only the only thing for Chelsea is that they're so accustomed to playing without him anyway. Yeah. It's not like he's missed he's a good player, but he's not actually there week in, week out.
He is the best right back, bro. He is, but he doesn't play enough to be consistent in that argument.
Reece James.
Okay. Kyle Walker. Okay. I'd say probably Kyle Walker, Reece James, Trent. That's what I would say.
No Trippier?
Trippier after them, lads, yeah.
No, I disagree with that entirely. But anyway, we'll go to the King Power. There's been a goal finally in the Championship. Jamie Vardy. Goal for him, 76 minutes into that one. Speaking of Brighton, who do play Chelsea next week, they're still 3-1 up. However, there's been a red card in that game as well. It went to VAR and it was confirmed. Louis Dunk, 73 minutes, gets that red card.
Yeah, both captains.
Orders.
They'll be without both their captains next week.
Looks like Cole Palmer is coming off here for Chelsea. An awful game really for him. And Levi Colwill will come on. Again, they've got to go and find a right back now to play in that position for the last 15 minutes to save face here. They can't concede anymore. They have to damage control. I mean, Levi Colwill there telling the players to step it up a little bit. It might be a little bit too late for that fella. But Chelsea massively in the mud. We've got a super chat here that I must read out from ND, who says, thoughts on Trossard in the 8 role, Nick?
Mad.
Really, I think that if we can dominate the ball and really, really control the ball, then we can be tactically flexible. I don't think he'll sit really in an 8. And if he does sit in an 8, it will be a really advanced 8. Edge of the box striking. I've said before that Trossard is the best ball striker at our club. He's insane. And so we need a big job from Declan Rice today, as we do every week. But a big job from him to collect the ball, set us. He's going to be the quarterback that's going to dictate the play. And if we can just work the defensive side of the 8, really worrying. And maybe Zinchenko will probably pick that up a little bit with Tomiyasu as well. But the offensive side of the 8, that's where I feel most comfortable and confident. Because if we can get him into that final third, he's honestly him and we never really see him and Jesus playing together, which is really exciting. I know Jesus isn't the best finisher, but it's normally him or Jesus with the guys out wide. So having them together is going to be, I'm looking at them more as like a front 4, front 5 department entirely. That could be really exciting.
Do you worry about the physicality of the Brentford side against a midfield that in Liverpool where it looks a little bit lightweight?
Yes, but I would have worried about that even if Havertz was there. That would have been a worry regardless. Like, we needed Thomas Partey for that type of physical side of the game. We've only got Rice. The backup midfielders that we have, great strike from Newcastle, by the way, again. And Chelsea are holding on.
Was that Shah? Yeah.
But yeah, we have Jorginho who just has no physicality at all, and then we have Kai Havertz he can jump and he's tall, but physically he's not the best. So we're gonna have to really dominate the ball. We expect Brentford to come and press us and want to put pressure on us, and it's how silky we can be with the passes, and so that's where we're going to need. This is going to be a great game for Ødegaard to try and pull strings if he can. He doesn't actually have to get into the final third and score. He just has to work with Declan Rice to be quarterbacks and dictate as those guys go forward.
It needs to be a Rice, Odegaard, and then Trossard here.
Exactly.
So Rice does all the hard work and the engine stuff, and he's pulling the strings. He's going, right, Trossard, I want you gone, I want you gone, I want you gone.
He's going to have to be. He's going to have to be disciplined, because what he's been doing in recent weeks is just galloping like the glorious gazelle of a runner that he is. He's so athletic, but he just picks up the ball and then just starts galloping straight forwards. He's going to have to not do a lot of that and just be a little bit selfless and just pass the ball over to some of the other players to do that. But we should be okay, but we may well concede in this game.
And there's another super chat that says, from Marcus Ward, hold that, Matisse. He was very keen to say that in caps as well. We're hearing that Lewis Dunk just kicked the ball away and got a second yellow card. And there's been another goal in that game. Morgan Gibbs-White has just scored a penalty. Will it be a consolation, or is it the start of something? Something more for Nottingham Forest. Could well be. 76 minutes in there, 15 minutes to go. Can Brighton hold on
if they flap this now, lad? Wow. 3-1 up and they flap it, lad. Especially for something so silly. Lewis Dunk, captain. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
That's silly.
There was another shot there from Shah that was well saved down low by Sanchez. Newcastle not finished yet. They want to add insult to injury in this game here.
Livramento having a class game, by the way. Wasn't good enough to get a game for Chelsea. Now he's starting for Newcastle.
I think Trippier's got like a broken finger.
Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah,
that he's playing on with.
His finger was sticking out like mad.
Yeah, that's crazy. Big crazy times. West Ham are pudding, says DJ TIVY.
Pudding? I've never heard that one before.
Forest goal.
Is that good or bad? I don't know what to say.
It's not great.
I like a pudding every now and then. Sticky toffee pudding.
Puddings are massive, mate.
Puddings are massive.
Massive. Puddings is massive. Cucurella yellow card. 5-0 now between Wrexham and Morecambe. Paul Mullin with a hattie.
He's right.
There you go. A goal in the bedroom. My fiance is pregnant, says the Black
Bash.
Grealish.
Bash.
Paul
That's
Mullen
the only-
hat-trick says RSPB. West Ham is actually as bad as you can get, says DJ TV. Again, he's not liking the Hammers' performance today.
Cool, man.
But neither is Jamie, in all fairness.
No, like, you're not wrong, mate. It's fine.
Big up Mohammed, who says, big up AGT and Doyle from a Man United fan.
Oh, thank you very much, lads.
There we go. Who would have thought it? On the Saturday Football Show, we were getting props from United fans. There you go.
Thank you, mate.
How we drew to West Ham is beyond me, says the immature reviewer. Which draw was that, mate? Let us know.
Yeah.
That name is just, honestly, it gets me every time, lad. I'm like, who's he calling immature? Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Right, we've
Might
got
be
around
Newcastle
about
fan.
just over 10 minutes to go in all the 3 o'clock kickoffs.
it's a
Newcastle
great
still
football.
banging on that door.
It's a turn.
And Colwell does well, but then gets sived down by
Anthony Gordon.
Is Marley still on the pitch?
Miley, yeah, there he is.
Good. That was mad, that.
Yep.
Good on him, lads. 17 years old, winning against Chelsea. Go on and tell all his mates about this one, won't he, lads? If they don't already know, like.
100% be in sixth form on
Well, he's
Monday.
barely playing against adults, is he? Against Chelsea, do you know what I mean? They're all decent service.
Have you guys checked up on Matisse yet? Is he okay? Says MDU.
He's got a protocol for this stuff. He's used to it, mate. He knows where to go.
I could probably find out. If you want me to
Dark
call
room, turn
him.
the lights
I
off.
don't know. Should we call Matisse?
Why
Let us
not?
know in the chat right now. Should we call FaceTime, fax,
Are we at 1,000 likes?
email, Bebo, Matisse? Oh, we're still not on 1,000 likes.
So maybe if we get to
Oh, that's a
1,000
good
likes, then we'll call Matisse.
I will call Matisse. I will FaceTime Matisse if you give us 350 more likes in the next. I'll give you a time period of 5 minutes to do it in. It's ambitious.
There's loads of us. There's loads of us watching.
But there's over 2,000 of us watching. It shouldn't be hard. But look at this. Luton out of nowhere.
Wow.
A 2-1 up through Jacob Brown. 83 minutes gone.
Could be
Luton
huge.
2, Palace 1 it.
It's not a
Wow.
good day for
Unreal.
It's not a good day for the London teams, is it?
not.
Is Luton not London?
No,
Nah.
definitely not.
It's Luton, not London. Do yourself a favour.
So-
Hang on, no! More drama. More drama, AGT.
No, what are we talking about?
Oh, but just hold the front pages.
There's
Everyone
been a
hold
goal,
the
ladies and
front
gents.
pages.
At Turf Moor.
You're going to have to like the video for this bit.
Nah, don't do this to me,
You're going to have to like the video for this bit.
You have to like it, guys. You got to.
Hey, are you showing on my app? I swear to God.
AGT, what are we seeing?
Well, on the app, we're seeing that there have been an equaliser for West Ham away at Burnley. 86
Come on, West Ham!
minutes in. Jamie, talk to us. It's a goal for the Hammers, finally. Awful performance, but they get their goal.
I'm still waiting for confirmation on who it is. 87 minutes, been an abysmal performance. Josh Cullen's just come on for Burnley, ex-West Ham guy, so I want to see him do well.
But
West
not
Ham
too well.
scored. I don't know who scored for us.
It might be the new
Still
lad.
hasn't come up yet. 4-1 to Newcastle.
Give him a chance, David Moyes. Give him a
4-1.
chance.
Anthony Gordon.
Who is this player?
4-1.
Find Obama, like he's an absolute baller.
Let me just
come from
catch
the
you up.
academy.
Mbama, goal for West Ham, 86 minutes in. He's coming off the bench.
Taught Arsenal a lesson last year in the FA Youth Cup.
Oh, yep.
He's an absolute baller. Scored for us in Europe.
Talk to us about the
Look at
goal.
this boy. Look at this
Got
boy.
4 around him.
Kudos. Crosses it.
Good on him.
Class. Come on. Where are you now? Where's the group chat now? Come
on
on.
him.
Where is everyone?
They're in the mud, mate.
Good on
West
him.
Ham. I mean, you're not
Where
winning
is
the game,
everyone?
but West Ham have finally scored. It's a good finish at
Didn't
the
know
near
much about
post
it.
from
Good on
Mbuma.
him.
Let me update you though. Birmingham 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Birmingham through Jordan James have gone ahead. 81 minutes gone. Wayne Rooney could see his first win there.
win.
Also, Newcastle 4-1 up now against Chelsea. Anthony Gordon. We were talking about Colwell coming on to damage control to see out a 3-1 defeat. But they've conceded again. Chelsea are firmly and well and truly back in the mud after a couple of draws in a row. But yeah, is that West Ham confirmation there? 88 minutes gone. Can West Ham go on now and win the game?
So happy for him, man. Like West Ham fans have been calling for this guy to get a chance for the longest time. Academy kid.
Why was that goal given to him? Just so I want to know this, because it bounced off the defender and went in. It was a great run. Great
really? I
run.
didn't actually
But
see
the
it,
goal
mate.
has actually been attributed
I
to
know,
him.
but they can come back and disallow it still.
Okay.
But there you go. 4-1 now. Newcastle absolutely tearing Chelsea a new one. There's also been another goal at the Den, and it's not good if you're a Millwall fan. A bad few minutes for Millwall, actually, as Ben Sheaf through Coventry has made it 3-0, and it's confirmation
it's been
of a
given as
Dara
well.
O'Shea own goal.
I don't care. He was there. He was in the right
86
place.
There we
He
go.
forced it. He forced it. But yes,
Caduce
1-0.
again, though, by the way.
Tell you what, if you
Yeah.
get a free kick on the edge of the box with Prowsey, lads, Ooh, could end the game very well there, you know.
Hold that else. Chelsea says PK blinders. Arjun says, I've loved this stream, guys. If you could replace one person from the England squad with someone else, who would it be? James Ward-Prowse or Sterling for me?
I was going to say Sterling for Rashford.
Hendo, out you come, lad. Ward-Prowse, in you go, lad.
Filthy from Gordon says Mike B will get confirmation of that goal from Anthony Gordon. He goes through. He's on the edge of the box, the left-hand side. Faced up by Thiago Silva, cuts inside and drills it bottom far right corner, and it's a great goal from him. Again, you'd have to say Thiago Silva maybe at fault for the goal. It's probably been the worst game he's maybe ever had in his career. I'll be honest with you, Thiago Silva.
Is it one season too many?
It might be time to hang them
that's
boots
going to be
up.
the conversation. Is they've been trying to reinforce that position for a long time because he's not actually, to be fair to him, supposed to be starting. He's meant to be. To be fair, he was never meant to be starting when they bought him. He was
supposed to be in the dressing room, lads.
Yeah, and then he slowly had to do more and more and more, and so he's been put in positions that he never should have been put in the first place. To be fair,
Captain now as well.
It is what it is.
What could have been as well, because Gordon, remember when Lampard was in charge?
Yes.
Chelsea bid like 50 million for him, and he didn't go. Like, do you know what I mean? Now he's here scoring goals.
The
like
immature reviewer says this is an injury. Newcastle, lol. Chelsea, you are a disgrace, says the immature reviewer. Confirmation of that third goal for Coventry, which really sends the den emptying in southeast London today. Derby 1, Bristol Rovers 1. Chris Martin with the goal. He's still playing football in 2023. Unbelievable from him. Massive Iron, says David Bowles.
Yes, David.
West Ham are massive. Cockney boys.
How long have you been here,
I don't know what that is.
We haven't heard from you for 90 minutes.
And West Ham fans, Cockneys.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I've had hate. It's 90 minutes. Dave, my guy. Yeah.
You are the traditional Cockneys, right, aren't you?
Yeah.
Cockney boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pie and mesh, brev.
Yeah, they don't speak like
Wait,
that.
what was that?
Well, that's the best I can do. Just to prove to you how scouse I am, that's my sort of...
Oh, there's been a winner for West Ham. It's 2-1. It's what we do, boy. Oh my goodness me. What we do. It's unbelievable for West Ham. They've left it late, but they've left it great.
Here
we go. Unbelievable turnaround there at Turf Moor. Jamie Boycey.
Boys.
You might be calling up Marlene for a bit of hanky-panky tonight because his team are 2-1 up away at Burnley. And we're just waiting. It's Thomas Souček. Thomas Souček. The ball comes in.
Oh, it's
what a goal.
It's Mohamed Kudus. 2 assists, by the way. 2 assists. Put some respect on our name. Where's that DJ TV? What's your name?
DJ Tivy.
Let's talk.
Get your group chat going, lads.
Let's talk, man.
Let's talk. On fire. Come on.
Cockney boys.
Yes. There's no VAR. We got a bit of a prank there from production saying it was disallowed from VAR. But no. Thomas Souček in the 91st minute sees himself arrive at the far post after a Kudus cross and nonchalantly volleys it in with his side foot past Trafford, the goalkeeper. And it's heartbreak for the Burnley fans. Look at them leaving.
Off you pop. See you later.
Off you go home, lads. And they are not happy at all. They were winning this game, don't forget, up until 5 minutes ago. Let's have another look at this. The ball gets headed out from a Prowse corner. It's Soufal who knocks it to Ward-Prowse. And Kudus stands it up. He beats his man and stands it up at the back post. And it's a great finish. It's a great ball and a great finish.
I know I'm biased, but this guy is genuinely electric. I think without like Jeremy Doku, like he is one of the most exciting players in the Premier League at the moment. Kudus, 100%.
Wow.
Liverpool
2 assists in 5 minutes
that is
for Kudus.
Kudos
to him.
Souček's
Kudos to him. Yeah, we do, yeah.
Hey.
You get that on the Saturday football show.
Yeah, you get a bit of banter, a couple of jokes that you can take home, spread around the office and tell your friends. Still 84 minutes gone at the Bet365 Stadium. Blackburn 1, Stoke 0. Still Wharton with that goal on the 4th minute. What a game, by the way, at Boreham Wood. It's 4-2 against Woking now. And MK Dons are pulling away from Salford. They're now 4-2 up, 88 minutes gone. But who could have thought this one? Burnley, they've lost every home game this season. They're about to lose again.
Yeah, it's number 7, mate. Hold that.
They're still trying to be
punching down, lads?
I'm stamping down.
It's like kicking a puppy, isn't it? You know, it's awful from Jamie Boyce. But Rather at DJ Tivy and says, my guy's cooking you live. DJ Tivy says offside. It wasn't offside though, was it, fella? Hey? Hold that one. Oh, there's been a late goal for Motherwell away at Celtic Park. Jonathan O'Biker with the goal to potentially draw that game and gain his team a point. What a last few minutes we've got here on the Saturday Football Show here on DR Sports. We're still not at 1,000 likes, so I'm still not going to call Matisse. Genuinely, if you want me to call him, I need 180 more likes. And then
yes, please.
Come on, get it done. DJ Tivy, get that dub, boss man. He says, woohoo, West Ham complete, multi-complete, thanks West Ham. Oh, so now he's buzzing because his bets have paid off.
Yeah, his
right?
Ache's come in, lad.
We know your game, fella. Don't try that one. Yeah. Thought you just said it was offside, though. What?
Mate, I'll tell you one thing, never bet on West Ham.
I just made $500, says FD Clips. All games over 2.5 goals. Is Dunk drunk? What's wrong with that punk? Says Prissy876.
Fantastic.
Suck on that, Celtic. Up the Rangers.
Is it 1-1?
RSPB. Yes, it is 1-1. Another goal for Blackburn to rub injury into insult there. Blackburn are 2-0 up away at Stoke. Poor season for Stoke as well. We need AGT to call Matisse. Hit the likes. We're around 60, 80 likes away from getting Matisse on the stream. Right? This has actually worked out perfectly. If we want to end up with at least 1,000 likes, you've only got 70 to go until we get Matisse live. If he pick up or not, that's a different question, isn't it? Will he pick up?
If it were me, then no.
So good.
Absolutely
not. I mean, he's probably streaming this right now, so it is what it is.
Be a good sport, lad. Be a good sport.
Did you get a degree in voice impersonation, says Mohammed? No, but there's always time to go back to uni. Okay. 4-1, 5 minutes added time, 3 minutes to play at St James's Park. Maybe the worst performance from Chelsea in the whole season. This is a resounding win for Newcastle. It's not even been close. Isaac, Lascelles, Joe Linton and Gordon with the goals.
Four different goal scorers as well.
Chelsea are back, says Anthony. Smash a like. We're 20 likes away. It is, yeah, probably. He's 16 likes away. There is 1 minute to go at Turf Moor. 1 minute, Jamie. Any nerves?
I'll just blow up early, I think.
Blow up early?
Blow up early if you can, Riff.
If you're hearing this.
Bolton 7-0 against Exeter.
I mean, if there's any Exeter fans still in the stadium, fair play to you. You're the real winners of this weekend. All right. 7-0 down. That is a long old poke to go from Bolton down to Exeter.
Oh, yeah, the other way, yeah.
Unreal. Right, we've got 1,000 likes, finally. See, it's taken this to get there, but we'll take it nonetheless, right? Let's see if we can get through to Matisse. Not Matty Renton, he'll be buzzing. I've typed in M-A-T and Matty Renton's come up.
Matty Renton.
Wait, have I saved it as M-A-H?
Doyle, if you could have a goal scored right now for the drama, who would you give it to?
Nottingham Forest. Right now.
We're FaceTiming Matisse. See if he picks up. See if he picks up. His team are 4-1 down. I wouldn't pick up.
I wouldn't see that.
I wouldn't.
Absolutely not, buddy.
I can imagine on the stream right now he's going, oh my God, AGT's calling me. Oh, no, not this. We're not letting this happen again. No. Ringing. A lot of ringing. Matisse, where are you, my friend? Pick the phone up. Get some help.
Let's be having you.
If you need help, give me a call after, mate. Oh, here he is. I'm not showing you my face. That's not happening. No face, no case.
Why are you lot calling me? I'm not showing you nothing. You're not getting a clip out of me, bro.
Well, I think we'll just clip this bit up. And use that.
We've already done it.
4-1 down, Matisse. Are you okay?
No, don't do that with me. Don't
Told you to say that. I'll see you on Monday, though, bro, yeah?
I'm not well.
Oh, you're doing that.
Shocking.
Listen, we will be there.
You friend got the same disease, bro. Whatever he's got, I've got.
Yeah. Well, Matty Renton is going to be sending for you tonight, my friend.
He's not going to be on the show, is he?
He's not on the show, but he's at the ground. And he's buzzing right now because Chelsea are back. And they're in the mud. Anyway, look, it's like kicking a puppy, like I said, so it's painful. We'll say goodbye to you now, Matisse. We'll see you Monday, bright and early, fella. Do not be late and don't go anywhere. Yeah. No, I'd say the same thing. Shout out to Matisse for being a great sport and picking up the phone.
Full-time the West Ham game.
Full-time result. Burnley won, West Ham United.
There you go, lad, over the line.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys. Jamie Boyce absolutely loving it.
In Moyes we trust.
In Moyes we trust.
He's done it for the
Watch
storyline.
Nicky Hawkins say tonight, no, he still needs to be sacked though.
Full time for the Newcastle West Ham
Unreal,
Chelsea game as well.
Firmly placed
just seen
into
a
the
tweet,
mud.
right, that says, "Hi everyone, just a quick message to say £107 million Enzo Fernandez has only won 13% of the games he has played for Chelsea."
Bellissimo.
And there you
And
go.
always
Money
that
doesn't
Argentinian.
always win it, does it?
Not
Inject
everyone-
it into my veins.
Not everyone knows
Straight
how
in.
to buy £100 million midfielders. Not everyone knows how to do that.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. 3-0 to Blackburn now, away at
sell 'em.
Stoke. Awful result for the Potters. But it is full times. Well, the whistles are being blown all over the place. It is full time at St James's Park. Newcastle have absolutely run away with it against Chelsea. The worst time to potentially go to Newcastle. And they've smashed them up 4-1. And as I said, Matisse was on the chat there. He will be on the show on Monday, and he will not go anywhere. Brilliant to see the West Ham players celebrating there, especially Mbama, who hasn't been credited with the goal, but nice to see him be involved in it at least.
100%. He's an academy boy. Like
You want to see them score,
you just
right?
want to see him do well.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to him in Europe, though, actually. He scored a goal and then it got ruled as an own goal.
Oh,
so
annoying.
I want to see the guy get a goal.
Been a goal for Sheffield United. Doesn't mean much,
Means
but
nothing.
thought we'll let you know anyway, since that's what we're here for.
Absolutely not.
McBurney.
With the goal. There
He's been
you
playing
go.
for ages, I mean, McBurney, lad.
So it's helping the goal difference. They're minus 24 now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also full time, I think. What does that say just there, on the bottom bit, Rich? I can't see.
times we played.
In which? In what?
Doesn't say what game.
Right, okay. In the Scottish
Bloody can't
third
see,
division,
bud.
I think, between Broxbourne Athletic and Bucky Thistle, mate. Is that a real stat or an AGT stat on Enzo, says Declan? Well, it's on Twitter, mate.
Honestly,
so
even if it
it's
isn't a
gotta be
real
it's
stat,
gotta
it's
be
pretty
real, mate,
close. It's
eh?
going to be close.
It comes from Transfer Checker with 230k followers on Twitter. So make of that what you will. There you go. Is this tie? How delusional can Arsenal fans get, says Stalled Storm. Full time at the G-Tech. Brilliant. At Bramall Lane. Brilliant result for Sheffield United.
Yeah.
For Bournemouth. They've won 3-1 against the Blades. It was Tav getting 2 goals away at the Blades, and Bournemouth 3-1 winners. Really impressive performance from them. There was that really late consolation goal from Ollie McBurney, but it's still not good enough as they lose 3-1 at home again. As we know, Man City 1, Liverpool 1 was the final score from earlier on in the day. It's full time now at the King Power. Leicester 2, Watford 0. 2 Jamie Vardy goals, guys.
Good on him.
Still slotting
going.
them in.
Still going.
His wife is a grass, but he still knows how to play on the grass.
The
for
way he
Leicester.
professionally just dropped that, lad. His wife is a grass.
Factually, the documentary showed that. Huddersfield 1, Southampton 1 in the Championship. That one is now finished. Shrewsbury 2, Port Vale 1, Cheltenham 2, Oxford United 0, West Brom and Ipswich still to come in the Championship. 5:30 kickoff there. You know the Arsenal lineups. It's also full time now at the City Ground. Nottingham Forest 2, Brighton 3. They've come away with the win, have they? Is it even full time? 99, we're almost in the 100th minute, by the way, at Kenilworth Road. What a result this would be for Luton. 12 minutes added on there in the stadium at Kenilworth Road. Crystal Palace, again, were 1-0 up right up until... Sorry, it was 1-0, I should say, on the 74th minute, but that late goal from Brown has probably seen Luton win this game. And what a massive win it is for them as well. Everyone was doubting them at the start of the season, and they still might go down, I'll be honest with you. But these little wins that they can keep building up are going to do nothing but help them stay in that league. Wrexham 6, Morecambe 0 now. James Jones with the finish on the 96th minute. And Bristol City 3, Middlesbrough 2. We're also into the 100th minute at Celtic Park as well. Looks like Celtic will draw this game at home to Motherwell thanks to that Jonathan Obika 90-minute equaliser for Motherwell. And Birmingham have won. They've beaten Sheffield Wednesday at St Andrews. Wayne Rooney gets a precious 3 points for the Blues, and they will be absolutely over the moon with that. And it's full time at the racecourse ground. Wrexham 6, Morecambe 0. Swansea 2, Hull 2. Final score there in the Championship there as well. And I think we are seconds away from hearing the full-time whistle in all of the Premier League games. What's been your favourite game today, boys? I know Jamie's.
Oh, it's got to be the Newcastle game, surely.
Sure,
Watching Chelsea get put in a spliff. You never really, do you know what I'm saying? Don't really get better than that for me as an Arsenal fan. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well,
think
it
we
does
all-
get better for you.
I mean,
Tottenham
yeah.
have got, you know.
I might hate Chelsea more than Tottenham.
Well, that was a very soft penalty, by the way, from Kudos on.
It's
look at
true,
this.
but then they had the one disallowed, which maybe was more of a penalty.
Very soft. The other one was more of a penalty than that.
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
it's one of those, isn't it?
But he had to
tried
give
to make
them-
up for it. Yeah. Lovely pen though.
James Rodriguez slotting it home. Preston 1, Cardiff 2. Oh my goodness me! It was 1-0 to Preston until the 96th minute.
Wow.
And then Cardiff have scored 2 through Grant and Ugbo. 99 minutes. That winner potentially at Deepdale. What
So
a
many
crazy
games like
game
this,
that
lad.
we've seen in Preston there today. Do you know what? There's so many great games that kind of go under the radar in the Championship and League One because we're also obsessed with the Premier League.
Yeah.
But there's 3-2s, there's 4-3s, there's 5-4s in these leagues every single week. Late drama going on at Luton. We're into the last final dying seconds here. The referee surely blows his whistle very shortly. But that could be an unbelievable result.
12, yeah, it's very, very...
112 minutes into that one.
These 100-minute games are mad. Like, they're producing some really, really crazy results. It was like the Liverpool-Newcastle when we beat them 2-1. Like, games have not gone this far ever. This is new for footballers, and you're seeing crazy results, lads.
It's like World Cup semi-final level.
Look at that.
See what I'm saying? Look at all the late goals. 90.7, 90 plus 8, lad, 90 plus 9.
3, Barnet 2. Barnet have lost it in the last second of the game. Charlie Barker with the goal for Wealdstone. 98 minutes gone. Can you believe that?
It's a mentality thing, this, lads. That's what this is. The
Full
players
time at
drop the
Preston
ball.
as well. We've got a
Aaron
minute
Ramsdale.
left of the game at the City ground.
Aaron Ramsdale and his concentration.
Yeah.
Having a nightmare.
Yeah, still Forest 2, Brighton 3. What a game that's been as well. Confirmation it's full time at Luton. Brilliant result for Rob Edwards and his team.
Huge.
Luton 2, Crystal Palace 1. What a result that is for Luton. They are going to be absolutely buzzing going to the pubs after this one. Talking about the game. Less than a minute to go before we wrap the show up at the City ground. Forest, can they get an equaliser with literally 20-30 seconds remaining now? They'll be hopeful. But Brighton, after conceding the first goal, look to have really turned this game around. Brilliant goal from Evan Ferguson. 2 goals from João Pedro. And that red card from Lewis Dunk, which hopefully for them won't cost them anything. And they still do get the 3 points. There's 10 seconds to go in that one before the referee blows up for full time. What a game day on the
great
Saturday
day.
football
Yeah,
show.
it's been
The
crazy.
goal was flying in all over the gaff. It's been great to see you all. As usual, again, well over 2,000 of you watching the stream. Just because I called up Matisse, it doesn't mean you should stop liking the stream. You know, we don't want to see that. Carry on. Keep liking it.
Please.
It's lit in the Championship, says Man Utd. And you guys just had dessert. Now it's time for the main course. Real football is about to start. There you go. Arsenal 27 minutes away from kicking off their game as well. Right, I've been AGT. I have really enjoyed this show. It's been really excellent to have Doyle on. Massive
Thank you
shout
very
out
much,
to
lad.
you. Double shift today. Well
Thank
done.
you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Finally, it's full time at the City ground. Deserby, aka Mario from the Cop TV, going absolutely mental in front of the away fans. Look at him; the veins are popping all over his head. But the Brighton fans are absolutely in dreamland. Forest players on their knees, they're dejected, they're haunched over. Deserby goes right over to the away end. I can't believe these scenes. These are pretty mad for a manager to do this.
Does anyone like him?
I really rate him. Yeah.
Does anyone?
He's very good.
You don't like him?
I think he's a great manager. Don't like him, no.
You don't like him as a person?
No. Personality, he's very arrogant.
Him or Arteta?
Incredibly arrogant.
Arteta.
Arteta says a little bit less, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, Nick Francis, great to have you on again, mate.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much. Pleasure to be here. I've got a
Luck
double
for your
shift
game,
as well,
lads.
so I'm covering the
Double
boxing
shift
later,
for
so
you.
I've
Oh,
got
swear.
yeah, so I'm gonna be streaming like all
man.
day.
So he's asking for an applause for that as well. Is it?
But yeah, thank you guys.
But it's over to you
It means
now,
a lot.
lads.
It means a lot. Yeah.
Good luck-ish for your game.
This has been for man like Jamie Boyce.
Yes,
he was
mate.
1-0 down for the majority of the game. His mates were giving it to him in the group chat.
Yeah.
The missus was on the street trying to defend his
Trying to
honour.
fight my battles.
Yeah, fighting his battles. But listen, West Ham have come out on top. What a 3 points for the Hammers and a great stream from yourself, Jamie.
Thank you
Well
very
done,
much
lads.
for having me, guys. West Ham are massive everywhere we go. Come on.
Right, full times all over the gaff. As I said, Brentford versus Arsenal at 5:30. It's been a great show. I've been AGT. A double shift for myself as well. And I'm going to go and have a pint, I think.
Yes, buddy.
let's
do
Well
it.
earned
Let's go and have a
pint.
Take
Guinness.
care. We'll see you next week. All the best.
Yeah,